It is January 30th. The place, Granada, on the moon. It has been 15 days since the Battle of Loom. 15 long days of rest and recovery. You spent a lot of it on a transport shuttle, kind of just crammed together, separated from your Zaku's because there wasn't room, but they were transported separately, reaching the moon. Afterwards, it was a lot of the debriefing, a lot of the paperwork, procedure, etc. You also finally found out the true cost of Loom from your perspective. The Cuxhaven and its captain gone. Most of the crew went down with the ship as well, though your personal items were recovered by salvage teams and were basically you were informed they'd be sent to Granada once everything's been cleared and cleaned, so to speak. A quirk of fortune from where the pilot's quarters are on the ship allowed them to survive. Also, shocking news, political officer Tel Han survived, and you saw him quite a bit as he was on the same transport as you for that entire 15-day journey, where he would not stop talking to you all and constantly praising your bravery and determination in the face of the odds, and also the gallantry of the Mobile Suit Corps for that flanking maneuver, essentially trying to buoy your spirits from that. Finally, though, once you arrived at Granada, he split off from you to go do whatever it is that political officers do when they're not in the front. And you all had exactly what you've been waiting for. Actual time to rest and recover. So it is January 30th. The camera zooms in on a little unnamed bar in the wall in Granada, where we focus on CPO Jean Deere as he's talking the ear off a trio of sympathetic pilots about a certain red comet. Go ahead, Val.
And I swear to you, I had this Salamis right in my sights. I was about to take the shot, and who comes in? This bastard. And I tell you, came out of the woodwork while the guns were turned the other way, looking at me, took that damn Salamis out, and just kept on going. No word, no nothing, didn't even stop to check on us, just went to keep going for more and more. Well, you know what? Damn that red comet. He had all this fancy shit because he's friends with friends with Commander Zotli from the academy, acting
Well,
like he's on top of the world.
well, I hear you. The bastard stole a bunch of our kills, too. Especially for MASH. MASH had a Salamis lined up, too, and was going to go at it with the Heat Hawk, but that red showboat. Ugh. Isn't that right, Ortega? And Ortega also nods. A tall man about your guy, a little taller than even you all, nods and goes, he's certainly something. But we gotta go join our captain, so you all stay safe, huh?
We'll do our best. It's boys
You
like us
too,
that are gonna win.
fellas.
It's boys like us that are gonna win the war, not showboats like that kid.
Well spoken, CPO. Captain Gaia of the Black Tri-Stars agrees, grabbing his men and leading them out to go proceed to their own day-to-day of rest and recovery. And that just leaves you all at the bar. What are the rest of you doing while Jean's been talking to these guys? We'll start with Fia. Ensign.
All right. I've probably been shooting the shit with other soldiers, mostly letting John fucking talk shit about Shar. Not quite taking any shots, but I'm not disagreeing with him.
You've been talking to another officer, a ensign with one of the ground units in air quotes, basically the infantry. Not that they've had much to do this war, but they do exist. Mainly, their main action has been in securing the colonies after the Zaku's blow in, or fighting on the moon when they had to. And this other ensign is about your age, and he just kind of goes, "Well, I guess it's almost over."
Yeah, I mean, if all goes well, they should surrender and probably tomorrow, maybe next month if we're unlucky.
I heard the rumor is the treaty negotiations are going to be tomorrow. That's what word is around command.
Hey, all's well that ends well, right?
I hope we bleed them for everything they're worth after how the way they've treated us.
Yeah, damn bastards. Operation British should have ended it then and there, but they had to go and make a mess of all that. And
Yeah,
I mean,
Earthnoids are categorically insane, and their souls are bound by gravity. Lives don't mean anything to them. If they could, they'd throw lives at the problem until it goes away.
hey, if Loom was anything to go by, then they certainly tried that.
Didn't work so well for them. They might have lives in surplus, but no one has warships in surplus.
Certainly not anymore.
And then he kind of realizes that's a really grim comment about your own fleet too, and he just kind of awkwardly takes a drink. We're gonna cut over to Isaac. What's Lieutenant Junior Grade doing?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Oh,
what are
I'm
you
just
doing?
asleep.
You just passed out at your table. All right, is George watching over the sleeping lieutenant, or has George fucked off to go interact with people?
This has been
George-
very
George is-
boring.
George is like at the payphone in the bar, and he's like he's like yelling at somebody who was in charge of getting our stuff back. And he's like, "What do you mean my cast iron skillets weren't with my stuff?
I'm
Where
sorry,
could they have
Mr.
gone?"
Gold. They're not. They just weren't there. We have no idea where they've gone.
All right, you better be investigating every single person who touched those belongings, because I know someone stole it.
Of course, Mr. Gold. We'll do our best to look into it. Will there be anything else?
No. But if you
What-
don't figure out what happened, you will be hearing from my father.
Who?
Does the name Gold not ring a bell?
No, Mr. Gold.
Oh, whatever. And he just slams the phone.
Before you
back
do,
on the
before you slam the phone, you hear them say, "Hey, it's time to flip the pancakes. Hurry up!" And then the
I thought
phone
you were
clicked.
gonna hear the fucking shuffling of the cast iron skillets in the background. That's like the
Basically.
fucking clattering. Damn.
All right, who wants to roll the narrative points for tonight? Now
It's
that
a
we
D8?
established what you're all up to. Yep, it would be a D8.
I have one in my hand right now. Does anyone else have one in their hand right now? I'm notoriously bad
Nope.
at
You go for it.
I don't
You
have
go
a D8, man.
You go ahead.
7.
Hey,
that is
that's
8 with the +1, seeing as you have a
Yeah.
Zaku 1 pilot in the park. Even for short leave episodes, I count that. All right. So it looks like Lady Luck is still smiling on your team for this shore leave.
time to go to the casino, boys. The joint casino, Waffle House, horse track, definitely.
All right. At that moment, Isaac, have you
Yes.
already signed up with the news of the party, which we'll go into in a little bit? I
Ye-
just need to know.
News at the party?
Yes.
Signed up with the news at the party.
For the horse race.
Oh, I know. I haven't said anything.
Okay. So in that case, what happens next is over the TV flickers to life again as it's going through channels, the bar owner, flicking through, to the Granada Broadcasting Service, as a strapping Lunarian man is reading through a script. End of war festivities are planned throughout the week, as many rejoice over what seems to be the inevitable defeat of the Federation oppressors with the Principality's victory at Loom. Commander Cassilia Zabi is said to be hosting a party alongside her younger brother, Lieutenant Commander Garma Zabi. Many prominent community members, as well as officers and aces of the Xeon forces, are expected to attend. Now, on to sports. It is at that very moment that the door to the bar swings open and you all see a gaunt gentleman wearing a all-black uniform enter. This man looks like he's one bad day away from becoming a skeleton as he looks over the bar and eventually walks with very clipped sounds of boots ringing out on metal over to Isaac. He goes,
You know,
Lieutenant
who's
Junior Grade Isaac.
Who I still imagine is fucking passed out.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Isaac Urban.
I quickly rise up from my face still like, red on one side from, having it on the table. Yes? Looking around.
I am Lieutenant Jaeger of the Cassilia Agency.
I look at him.
He is clearly waiting for a salute.
Oh, I give him a salute.
He nods. Very good. Kind of giving you like a tutting side look. And then he goes, "You and your unit, as heroes of the battle at Loom, have been invited to Commander Cassilia Zabi's party. Here is a full itinerary of the events. You will come in dress uniforms that have been cleaned and prepared. You will not speak to anyone from the media without supervision from a member of the agency or a political officer. And finally, you will endeavor to not embarrass or shame the service. You will most certainly not approach the Lady Cassilia or her brother without permission or an invitation. Are we clear?" As he slips the paper with the itinerary onto the table.
I imagine I say, yeah. Understood, sir, as, I'm just flipping through this.
"These are your invites. Present them to the gate guards to be allowed onto the premises. Hail, Xeon."
Zeke Xeon.
And then he walks away. The itinerary is about what you'd expect from a fancy pants rich person's party. You all overheard this, by the way, so if you want to be drifting towards Isaac, you can see what's on the itinerary.
Ooh.
I wait to watch this guy leave. It's Lieutenant Jaeger,
Yeah.
right? Says,
Yes.
do you guys want to lose our tickets?
I mean,
Just as you say that, Isaac, you then notice horse racing.
On second thought, I have a better idea.
well, it's gonna be one of those fancy smanchy ball type deals, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm the food.
I wonder if my father's gonna be there. He might be busy.
Could be some good seafood.
Oh yes,
Maybe
there will in fact be a full delivery of cuisine from some third party provider on Tiger Balm, as well as more local providers of food and catering. And also, George, there is the gold mark there. So it seems that in some degree your father is involved with the planning of this party food.
Ooh.
No shit.
all concerns of anything relating to Dozo Zabi's apparent retreat bloom between Tel Hans and Seafood Party have completely eroded the fear in Jean's heart.
Is there like a proper full list of all the caterers that are like there?
Oh yeah.
George is gonna write all that down.
Noted. And there's all the itinerary is pretty basic. There's an opening ceremony to greet all the guests and whatnot. A speech by Cassilia with her brother playing a supporting role. You all are used to this. Garmazabi doesn't talk, not often at least. He's usually just there on the camera. Still makes him still oddly popular among the people of Xeon.
It's the pretty face.
Whether you all are affected by that is a different topic. After the opening speech and ceremony, there's going to be a opening of the buffet, and this is going to be provided by about half the caterers. This is still fancy, but it's not like ballroom fancy. It's everyone's mingling and walking around to food. You know what I mean? Like small plates, grab what you can, take sips of your drinks while you walk around and talk to people.
Oh,
Afterwards, there will be a demonstration of fencing techniques by representatives of the Xeon fencing team against the local Granada one. It's likely the Granadans are going to get their asses kicked. The Xeon swordsmanship is some of the best in the inner sphere, the Earth sphere,
It's fair.
Yeah, but do they practice in moon gravity?
Oh, don't worry. It will not be out on the moon. It's in the city, so everything is normal and fine. I assure you.
I
After
wonder.
after that, there is going to be a. You don't actually really know what this word means, but the best you can gather from it is that it's like the translation you all get in your head is presentation of arms, but there's no explanation of what that is.
Hmm.
Then it's the horse racing, which is an open
Yo.
submission. Which is an open submission. You could just go sign up and race. Horses will be provided by the Cassilia Agency.
Where do I sign up?
You will
Oh,
have to
boy.
sign up with a Lieutenant Jaeger who is overseeing the horse races.
I stand up immediately. Gentlemen, I have something I need to do.
as he
Okay.
goes. As he goes to stand up, you rustle the papers, Isaac, and your invites all fall out. You know, there's 5 invites. You don't have Sigurd though, but you could get someone else in if you really wanted to. And the final thing on the itinerary is the actual ball, like the dancing and the dinner.
Do
Where-
they allow plus one?
Well, you have a ticket. You have a spare invite. So that's really what it comes down to right now. Is it doesn't seem like plus ones are included, but you have an extra if you want to go get Maisie, Jean.
Mm. This is an enticing proposition.
Isaac,
Yes, but
Yes?
are you just running out? I just need to know before they continue talking.
Yes.
Do you grab your invite or do you leave your invite behind?
I shove everything relevant into my pocket.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so he sprints out with like a chunk of the itinerary, like page 2 of it, and his invite, and then just sprints out the door, I presume, to chase down Jaeger. All right, continue, Crush, because I saw that you were about to say something.
it's nothing crazy important. If horses are being provided, do we know any of them in particular? Are they horses that often race? Do we have
From the
like
personal property
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
stole these from
odds?
Texas Colony before
Okay.
we blew it the fuck up.
All right. You know what? Roll tact academics to see if you know anything about the horses that are being provided, because there would be a list of names.
Tagged academics.
I do
Alright,
that
could,
too.
that could be worse.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Gold. Yeah,
what was-
2d6.
Tact and academics.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I think you said pressure for a moment there. Perry, I'm like, what the fuck? How are we using new type skills on?
You got to look,
Haunts.
new type dolphins, new type horses, okay?
All right. So, what did you roll, Crush, Fia?
I rolled 10 for out of 6, so
Okay,
that'll
so
be
that's
4
Yeah,
failures.
no.
You said it was just tact academics, right?
Yep.
I got 4 successes.
All right, Theo, you're staring at them and you realize something very annoying. Whoever is organizing this event has only listed the horses' names out in traditional Japanese kanji. You do not
Son
read
of a-
Japanese kanji.
Neither does George, but because George follows horse racing, apparently he just knows what the kanji mean anyway.
Oh, Gold does read traditional Japanese characteristics, for his dad taught him in terms of translation purposes. So, Gold, you're able to very quickly go through the roster of the horses, and some of them are proper race horses, some of them are new, they're making their debut. It isn't hard for you to find out that a few of the more veteran racehorses have already been claimed by their
Reserve.
usual jockeys or members of the Cassilia Agency, or they're the same person in a few of these cases. For you are well aware of the Cassilia Agency's odd obsession with horses.
Interesting.
Hmm. Well, y'all got any plus ones y'all are taking?
No, do you?
I might. Hell, be a nice time to relax. I don't know if Maisie can make it. I don't know where she is right now, but well, it'd be a nice place.
Well, I guess you better go find out.
Something
Our
like that.
squad leader is already heading out.
Man, Lieutenant Junior Great Urban does as he does. What
Yeah.
Well, I've got me a pair more to chase.
All right. So he's Jean is going to go looking for Maisie, Theo, George. What would you two like to do before the party?
How long till the party?
It is this night, effectively. So, like, you should show up pretty early in the evening and then expect it to go on throughout the night. So, like, let's say, for simplicity, let's say, like, 4:30 is the polite gathering time. Right now, it would be, let's say, 1 o'clock. So you got 3.5 hours.
Well, we better go get our dress uniforms.
I suppose we could get those pressed and whatnot.
Yeah. I'll have to go shopping for skillets tomorrow or something. I'm gonna see if I can sign up for the horse race as well. Boss seemed real interested.
Shucks. You wouldn't happen to know any good odds on them horses, would you?
Would I? God.
With the successes you got, I would say that you would know that one particular horse. Now I got to go look at racehorse names and bash them together.
Ah, yes, Matakane Fukikitaru.
Yeah, like, I gotta go find one. I didn't expect to be running. What's the fucking new
You
horse?
should be playing
thing
Uma
called?
Musume right
Yeah, I didn't
now.
expect to be doing that right there. You would think that Brigadier Caviar has really good odds.
What was that? Brigadier Cavalier?
Caviar.
Brigadier Caviar.
Brigadier Caviar.
Still better than the recent winner of a derby, Skibbity Riz.
Indeed.
Brigadier Caviar is a pretty good one. Has that one been reserved yet?
It has not actually. You would know
Ooh.
why, Gold, because Brigadier Caviar is infamously dangerous to jockeys that do not earn his respect.
I was gonna ask later. Are there any that are particularly dangerous?
That would be Brigadier Caviar.
Okay.
So, Theo, should I assume that you want to start getting ready to gamble? Is what
Yeah.
that
Oh
is?
yeah. I'm gonna be gambling.
Okay. So you two walk off to go get your dress uniforms pressed. We're gonna cut to Isaac, who has managed to sprint after Jaeger, who basically got like 150 meters, and then Isaac presumably like comes running up to him.
Lieutenant,
Isaac-
Lieutenant.
Yes, Lieutenant Junior Grade Urban.
I just, bring up the sheet that's been torn out. The horse race. I'm supposed to sign up with you, right?
That's correct. At the event, typically. Why are you looking to?
Yeah.
Examines you. He looks you up and down and goes, "Hmm. Are you a gentleman, Lieutenant Junior Grade?
A gentle what?
A gentleman.
I don't know.
Horse racing is the sport of champions and of gentlemen, of kings in old Earth parlance.
If it's dangerous, I'll do it.
Well, it's not just about the danger, good man. It is about whether or not you are a gentleman.
Well, isn't the saying for officers, officer and gentleman?
Yes, so are you a gentleman?
I suppose so. I'm an officer.
All right, and show up wearing your finest dress uniform, and I'll register you on a horse. You said you want danger, yes?
Yeah. The more dangerous, the
man.
better.
I'll have you with Brigadier Caviar then.
Sure thing.
You should know that horse is famously ill-tempered. Once they refused to go to the starting gate at all. They started backing up away from it and had to be led with a blindfold, walking backwards into it.
I just have the biggest smile. Sounds perfect.
You know what, Lieutenant Junior Grade? Jaeger smiles. I like you.
Thank you, sir.
Here's a tip. When you go to the party, make sure you always check the rank epaulets of whoever's you're talking to. Salute first, wait for them to introduce themselves, then introduce yourself.
Understood, sir.
Isaac, you will have a mild bonus to any social checks you make at the party because Lieutenant Jaeger is watching out for you.
Huh. Alrighty.
And then he walks away.
Thing is, Isaac doesn't realize this, mostly because the only thing he cares about is the horse race.
Exactly. All right. and then we cut over to Jean, unless there's something else you want to do real quick, Isaac.
Well, I got nothing to do.
All right, we're gonna cut over to Jean then. Jean, you go looking for Maisie. I do want to know how you intend on finding her, because you don't actually know where she is right now. You just got to the moon a couple days ago. You don't. You know she's on the moon. You know she's on Granada.
Yeah, well, she's on Granada. She is medical staff, and although Jean is not exactly a very tactful man, he does have more memory than a goldfish. Uh, so she is a nurse in service with the Principality of Xeon. Granada is a rear line city position, probably tending to wounded troops in the wake of Loom.
Yeah, there's a few hospitals that have been converted over, either wholly or sections of them, to tending to Xeon injured. So I'm going to ask for a tact awareness to see if Jean remembers, has any inkling of which specific one she might be at. And if you get failures, you'll still end up there, but you'll have a fun little side quest on the.
Oh, I was just planning on brute forcing it with having to pay phone people.
Like, you know what?
Gotta
Sure,
use the yellow
you can pay
pages.
phone people, but that is now going to be a. I'm going to say. Let's make it expression charm as you try to talk to various people and just brute force your way into getting.
All right. Roll 2.
Yep.
That is actually Snake Eyes.
Holy shit, John. Apparently, in the pursuit of finding your beloved paramour, you can brute force telephones real good.
I just want to say for the record, by the way, I have 3 charm and 1 expression.
Jean, you dial in the first hospital you could think of, Granada General, and as the phone rings, Maisie's voice answers with a hello.
Maisie? Hell.
Jean?
Yeah, I was actually calling around looking for you. I didn't expect you to get you on the first ring.
That's really lucky. I guess fate willed it so. Well, what can I do for you, Jean?
Well, there's this real fancy schmancy party going on tomorrow.
Yes, well, tonight, the zombie ball.
Yes, sorry. I got a pressed itinerary pushed into my hands, and due to one of my own squadron members being incapacitated, not injured, just incapacitated, well, I have an extra ticket.
Oh, are you asking me to come?
Something like that. I know it's
Well-
a little bit spur of the moment, but
Well, I'll have to talk to my superiors, but if I get the night off, I'll meet you there.
of course, I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, I hope to see you, Jean. And then the phone hangs up.
Before you go,
Oh,
Maisie.
go ahead. I'm gonna ask for a narrative point because she's gonna run back to her patients and whatnot. So
No,
if you,
Yes, you know what? I'll use a narrative point on this one.
thank you. All right, Maisie hears you before she hangs up and goes, "Oh, sorry, Jean. What?"
I just want to say I love you. I'm
I
glad
love
to
you
see
too,
you
Jean.
again.
And then she hangs up to get back to her patient. Right. So you all are undergoing your preparations for the ball. Isaac, do you actually get your uniform pressed, or have you already forgotten about that?
Allow me to put it like this. I keep it in a wrapped coat hanger the entire time. It's not folded. I don't fold that thing.
Okay. All right, Gold, Villeneuve / Theo, you both arrive at basically a local dry cleaning place that appears to be very much rapidly specializing in uniforms right now. As you see a line of officers from various branches also waiting with their stuff, and that gives you a little bit of time to talk to some of the others, and you eventually encounter an airborne captain, Theo, who
Oh,
is actually quite polite to you both, despite the rank gap.
yeah. Nice to meet you. What's his captain? What's his
Uh,
name? I suppose.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, his name, he would say, Lenga, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Captain Langa. It's a pleasure. Ensign Villeneuve, Theo.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm with. What unit are you with? What outfit?
we're with the 5th Autonomous with fish hooks.
An autonomous team. Right. Okay. Well, I'm, as I already said, Captain Lenger. I'm with Third Company of the Second Airborne Division. That's my mob, at least.
3rd Company, 2nd Airborne. All right.
Not that we seem to have much to do in this damn war.
Hey, that's all for the better, right?
Suppose so, but I'm not sure why they spent so long teaching us how to jump out of planes if we were never going to jump out of planes.
I suppose that's true, but you never know.
Oh well, none can predict the fortunes of war, and it's as you say, Ensign, we have much to be grateful for. So, what seems to be the pressing matter for you and the petty officer here?
Oh, well, the only thing pressing is getting our uniforms pressed before the party.
Oh, you were all invited. You must have done something noteworthy at the Battle of Loom.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad.
I'm only going because I've been asked to by my colonel.
Oh, hey. An invitation's an invitation, right? Always nice to rub elbows.
True. Oh, and to clarify something, his designation was given incorrectly. It is not the Second Airborne Division. It is the Second Airborne Regiment, which is a very important distinction here. Is that that is his parent unit. So rather than a few thousand guys, he's in a unit that has a few hundred. Just for clarity.
Just shy, of probably 1,000, something like maybe 800 on the low end.
They're a 1 battalion regiment, so in
Ah.
this case, it's only a few hundred.
2nd Airborne Regiment, you said?
That is correct.
Regiment. Captain. What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Lega.
I imagine
Lenga?
Theo is
Lengar.
furiously like looking through like his notes.
Yeah, like the second the captain turns away, like if he was like scribbling it down, like, huh, what was that? He looks back over his.
Don't worry about it, Captain. Hey, you much of a gambling man?
I wouldn't be in the airborne if I didn't like to take my chances, son.
That's fair point. I've been trying to figure out who I'm gonna put my money on for the race. I've been thinking Brigadier Caviar, but sometimes the long odds are where the money is,
True, true. He kind of considers it. Well, if you're looking for a underdog, he thinks about it. Easy Journey hasn't won a single race yet. Nor does she have a jockey assigned to her, so I don't think anyone's placing odds on her right now.
All right, all right. I'll have to keep her in mind. Suppose
Considering
we'll
you-
see.
Considering you've got an accomplished horseman by your side, if that is Petty Officer Gold that I think he is.
It would be, sir.
Ah, pleasure. I'm an acquaintance with your father. Not well, but we've met from time to time.
Ah, good. You wouldn't happen to know if he's properly here this time, would you?
No, I think he dispatched a representative. There's another big event happening at Zoom City.
Ah,
Anyways, as I was saying, since you have an accomplished horseman under your command, Ensign, it might be time to put him to work. And who knows, maybe I'll join you in where I place my bet. He waits.
No kidding. What do you think, Mr. Gold?
if you want to bet on me, I'm all for it. I'll give it my best shot.
You think you could take Easy Journey in for the gold, petty officer?
I think I might. Might
Well,
curry some
damn.
favor.
That
By the
sounds
way,
like.
yeah, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, by the way, Perry, did you decide what it would be to roll? Because I
Yes, I have. I have decided that provisionally for horse racing, we will use either acrobatics or maneuver.
Ooh.
Okay, I have enough points in maneuver. I was worried. I was worried.
What
I
is
should
the
have asked you about
horse
that before
but
the
a
campaign.
flesh mech?
Yeah,
This is true.
Of course.
I ended up settling on maneuver as the main one, but if someone for some reason has acrobatics higher, I can see it being stretched as a staying in the saddle type thing.
Mo- Motor, empathy, be one with the
Leadership.
New type connection with the horse.
No, true, true. I mean, I would give you that if you had a new type, like being able to, tell the animal your emotions. So,
Great in athletics because your horse is being wily.
I
great in
almost
athletics
got-
is if you're a racer.
I almost got an awakening point on the horse history. I got a 1 and a 2. It would have been really
It's-
funny to get an awakening point off that.
I feel like it's always for the most ridiculous thing.
Wait, should I have marked something for that snake eyes?
Yes.
No,
Did
no,
you
no,
get
no.
snake eyes earlier?
You get an awakening point.
Mhm.
So under the awakening tab, you see meta awakening. You put a 1.
Ah, okay.
So you don't mark anything, but you do up. You do up the number. Because
Okay.
essentially, at a certain point, usually when you hit a milestone, you can choose to make an awakening test to become a new type. Potentially, you
okay.
could also fail it and stay an old type.
Forever.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be very hard for you guys to become new type.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. And
Exactly.
anyway,
But
thank you. I just
It's
didn't-
good to bring it up since this is the first time we're actually going into what that mechanic does in this game, so to speak.
Okay.
If you are curious, in UMP on page 48, you can get the breakdown of how awakening points and awakening tests work.
All right. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you would all like to do before the ball tonight? Or are you all pretty well to transition over to the ball?
I don't have anything in mind.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good.
All right. If no one thinks of anything else, then we will. I will ask you one question: are you all going as a group, or are you all going individual? This does matter.
I wouldn't tell my team anything.
You very cool, Lieutenant.
I assume I'd stick with Theo at least if we run
Yeah.
into.
Well, if the
I wouldn't-
lieutenant's out of action, is Theo going to rally people together for this to come in?
Yeah, I suppose I'd try to wrangle everybody together, even if that just ends up being me and George. If Jean wants to just be casual with Miss Maisie.
Well, yeah, Jean is definitely prioritizing Miss Maisie. So if it's an issue of like, oh, I've got to wait up for her because obviously she doesn't have the ticket.
Mhm.
He's gonna wait for her.
Oh, to clarify, this is me asking if you were all actually heading to the site as a group. Like you will meet Maisie at the site and whatnot.
Okay.
This is whether the big thing that this affects is announcing if your presences are announced, because guess what? Individuals draw more attention. And that can be good or bad depending on your reputation within the armed services already.
It's
A
true.
group-
It's true.
A group is more able to just kind of slip in.
Then Jean would definitely go with Theo and George, because also he wouldn't be thinking about the political thing, be thinking about it practically. Oh, well, we got a carpool.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's more economical. It's easier for everyone.
Are
if
you
it's
going
not
to
gonna-
go take a military vehicle, Dan? Because you could just go down to the motor pool where your Zaku's are and ask if there's any of the light vehicles still available.
Yeah, I suppose we could.
Hey.
Also, probably just like regularly available Ella cars, right?
Yeah, there are, but it's again, it's whether or not you want to take a civilian car or not, or whether you want to make that statement of rolling up in the not Kubelwagen. I can't remember its actual name and
I mean, Jean would be fine with it. Again, out of practicality, he's not thinking about optics.
Yeah,
We
well,
got
I mean,
cars here. Might as well take one.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Theo
hey.
and Gold definitely are considering optics based on what I know about them.
Aren't those?
That's
Isn't that
true.
that thing on the mobile suit head?
Yeah, well, it's optic. We only have one of them.
Ensign, I can get us some fancier wheels probably if I make a few calls.
Hey, anything you got? I figure we might as well play it cool for our buddy John.
I
Well,
mean,
I
he might
appreciate
want to
you
take
two.
his lady in a nice car.
Exactly. Hospitality's important.
Well, I appreciate you two.
Of course, Chief Petty Officer.
I guess I'm gonna
Alright.
go make some calls and see what I can find that's available.
If you spend a narrative point, I will just give you something nice for free, essentially. Just, oh yeah,
Mhm.
you're
I
in
have a
luck type
question.
thing. Uh-huh.
If we roll for it and we don't get it, can we still spend that narrative point?
No, this is a one time before the roll offer. After the roll is made, we're back to the normal mechanic of you gotta roll for.
Oh.
We got
Because
a
if
lot
you
of
roll
them now.
really good, you could get something amazing. But this is just I will give you something just flat out good, no risk.
Hmm.
What would the
I
roll
mean-
hypothetically be?
The roll for George Gold would be charm and deception.
Mm.
I mean, is it necessarily deception? I was gonna use some of my father's
The part of it that makes it deception is that you are relying on your family name here in a situation that doesn't actually really involve your family. This is you wanting to show off for your buddies and help them show off. So that is what's making it more deception.
all right.
I mean, I'll
Should
be
I
fine
gamble or
spending-
not?
I'll be
Should I
fine
gamble or
spending
not?
the point because, like, look, I'm not trying to roll up in the Koopa wagon or the Civic.
Ah, screw it. I'll just use the narrative point.
All right.
All right, thank you. I will take this into my bank now.
Yeah.
You guys get like a nice mid-range limo, essentially. You know, something where there's a professional driver. It's sleek. It looks modern. But it's not crazy gold. You've definitely been in better. But for short notice, this is pretty.
Yeah, and with a lot of them being rented out for the party, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. You all hop in, and a little robotic voice crackles over the intercom and says, "Would you like anything to drink or eat on this trip to night?"
I'm saving room for the seafood.
Mm.
Do you want to get white girl wasted?
Understood. Dispensing mints. And a little peppermint mint comes out for all three of you. Just one.
Yeah, singular mint.
Turtle take his and pop it in his mouth.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
why not?
To really clarify, there is only one mint between the three of you. Was dispensed.
Oh, I thought you said one for each. Turtle still
Oh,
takes
that's funny.
I imagine that George. No, here's the thing. I imagine that George grabbed the mint because he expected it to be followed up by like two other mints, and then just.
I love that. That's so funny.
Oh.
So just awkwardly fucking like suckling on the mint in the fucking silence of this limo.
Sorry, boys. Thought there'd be more.
Yeah, just.
Are
Incredible.
you happy with the service today? If yes, press the blue X. If no, press the red check mark.
It feels like a trick.
I'm just not going to press nothing.
I ain't
Yeah,
pressing
well-
nothing either.
Just leave the fucking thing on screen till we get there.
Thank you for your positive review. As it automatically depresses the blue X.
Shucks.
I thought you were gonna do shut ucks.
And at that point, you are all just driving through Granada. You're seeing the scenes of the city. You all know that not every lunar city joined Xeon happily. Granada is the one that joined happily. There are Xeon flags hanging from the balconies of buildings. There are people already celebrating the victory. You see crowds of Lunarians throwing up the Xeon salute and just flying the flag. There is not a soldier in this town that is paying for their drinks right now.
It's a very zealous Mardi Gras.
Exactly. Yeah, the limo has to like detour around a crowd, kind of doing an impromptu parade down the street. You see a group of Xeon soldiers in disheveled uniforms being guided by the crowd to various places to try things. Even the MPs seem to be taking it easy tonight.
That's
Hey, you
nice.
love to see it. It's like we're on top of the world.
As you're driving down the road, you come across one Xeon officer jogging in their dress uniform. As you start to pass Isaac Urban.
Wait, you jogging? No. I'm walking.
You're walking. All right. You see Isaac walking as you
Thing
drive
is,
past him.
I imagine the moment I got the uniform on, I started walking.
Yeah, so he's been walking this entire time across the entirety of Granada.
Driver,
Actually, no,
stop.
I had a funnier idea.
Okay.
A local asked me what I was doing in my dress uniform, so I explained. So I'm on the back of someone's like bike or something, and not like a motorbike, like a normal
A
bike.
bicycle.
Yeah, a
Okay,
bicycle.
yeah, I like that. You see him like clinging for dear life to this civilian who's on a like little bicycle essentially going forward. Is George? I heard you say stop the car, driver.
I was going to, but if he's on the run, I'll just roll down the window and it's like, you want a proper ride, sir?
I look over. Well, this
The
gentleman.
Doppler effect is already faded out. We're fucking down the street.
You see your team in a limo, just looking at you out of a window.
How did you afford
Is this
that?
My father's name carries a little weight.
Well, it sounds expensive. Anyways, this beats traffic. Heck, take a right
Yeah.
turn up there. As I
I-
pointed.
Yes, sir. The civilian calls out and like whips the bike down the side road,
Down a side road.
bypassing traffic.
As we get fucking stuck in traffic.
Exactly.
Oh fuck.
Eventually,
Roll up the window.
eventually, you all arrive at the site. There are gates guarded by troopers in the kind of black and blue uniforms of the Cassilia agency are guarding it. This is very much the agency's show, not the military's.
Mhm.
And you all arrive essentially at the same time. And there is a young woman about the same age as most of you, except for Sigurd, who's not here, waiting in a fine enough dress. It's not too fancy. It's definitely not a Xeon aristocracy fancy, but it's what you would expect someone of the middle class to wear at a party. And she lights up slightly before looking incredibly nervous when she sees Jean. Isaac, do you stop to say hi to anyone or like
Nope.
the rest of your guys, or you just okay? You go up to the nearest agency man, you present your invite, and he goes, "Go on in."
I proudly walk in. No idea what's
Isaac-
about to meet me.
Isaac has gone ahead of you all with no knowledge of etiquette at these parties. Gold, you know that for sure.
Oh boy.
Well, Jean is beaming. He's pretty rough. He's usually pretty scruffy, a little bit rough around the edges, but like it seems that between having cleaned up and actually being able to go out somewhere nice, even if it's a sort of thing of opportunity with Maisie, he kind of, as he gets nicer, he just kind of locks arms with her, like a very traditional sort of thing. Well, this would be something.
Nods to agreement to you, but otherwise is being pretty quiet due to nerves.
Hey, take it easy. I know this is real scary and all that. We'll be fine.
Could you introduce me to your friend? Well, I guess not that one who just jumped off the bike and ran.
Don't worry about him. Of course. Well, this is Ensign Villain. As I fuck up the pronunciation.
I'll give like a sort of, proper salute and introduce myself. Yes, Ensign Fyodor Villeneuve. You can call me Theo. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Maisie.
And
It's
I'll
this,
sort of
Here's mine, sir.
reach out for a handshake.
She shakes the hand.
and this is Petty Officer George Gold.
Oh, like
Yeah.
the Golds in catering?
Indeed.
My father runs the Pioneer Saloon Company.
I worked there when I was studying.
Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure's mine, sir.
Nah, don't worry about them. They've gotten me through some hard times recently, but overall, they're swell people. Even the one that just ran past.
He's just a bit odd.
The
He's got that.
lieutenant's,
He's
lieutenant's
got
goal
that.
motive. Go ahead, Fia.
By all means, please.
The lieutenant is real goal motivated.
He's got that youthful fire in him.
That boy ain't right. Heck,
All right, the gate guard kind of clears his throat as you're all kind of lingering there. He goes, "Papers, please."
Aye.
Suppose I'll hand over the tickets for the four of us.
Dump your personal sidearms in this bin. He kicks like a little metal bin by his side where there's already a bunch of non booze. I think they're actually literally called.
They're
sounds
literally
right.
non-boost. There's like, how many of them are like ivory gripped?
A few.
Wait, I had
Okay.
I had
Good
an
lord.
idea, Perry.
Uh-huh.
Can I say I didn't bring mine in the vain hope that someone would try to shank me?
Okay, well, I'll make a note of that. This might become a problem for you.
No.
Oh boy.
Well, Jean just unclasps his holster, and before putting it in there, belatedly realizes, jettisons the magazine, clears the weapon, and places it inside the bin.
He kicks the bin for the rest of you.
Yeah, I suppose I will do
I'll
the
also put
same.
mine in.
All right, enjoy your evening. Stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
Got a sir. Sir.
What?
You have a wonderful evening, my
Yes,
friend.
sir.
I suppose we'll go to walk in.
You are waved through the gate and you climb up these very like faux marble stairs. This is like probably the fanciest place in Granada. It wasn't built recently, but it's been overhauled by Zabi money in recent days. There's been statues imported from various places. It's like there's a few more. The rumor is some colonel under Cassilia has been in charge of redecorating the place to be like a zombie home on the moon. It's some guy called Makub. You don't really know much about him though. And so there's just all these like artsy decorations. There's like one of a guy pissing, but it's water, not piss, which is a little confusing.
He's been drinking too much water.
Yeah, like
He's overhydrated.
yeah, exactly. But like then on the other one, there's like a guy on a horse, but the guy is like a wheel. It's very
Wheel?
odd. Some of
Like
these,
a water
like
wheel.
no, like just an actual wheel, like just an actual straight up like wagon wheel on a horse carrying a lamp,
I
Huh?
see.
Huh.
and it says representation of chivalry, and that is all it explains.
Oh, I hate this.
I see. I don't
George
see
stares
it
at it and
all.
nods appreciatively.
Oh Lord.
There's like a little someone's like gotten halfway through making a Zaku statue out of marble, and so like it's like the upper half of the Zaku's been chiseled out.
Damn, that looks pretty cool.
Though it doesn't really look like a Zaku now that you stare at it. It's got like a different shape to it.
Does it have like a longer snout and like spikier shoulders?
Yeah, it's odd. It's no Zaku, Theo. It's no Zaku.
Yeah.
Looks a little goofy.
Yeah, it does. There's gardens to your right. There's a maze garden to your left. But
Ooh.
eventually, you make it up the final set of stairs and towards the actual reception area. And we're going to cut away to Isaac as he pushes past those doors a little bit before you all get. Isaac, you push through the doors, and there is a man at the door. Quickly asks you, "Your name, sir?"
Lieutenant Junior Grade, Isaac Urban.
Understood, sir. And he clears his throat and then shouting says, "Lieutenant Junior Grade Isaac Urban of the Mobile Suit Corps." And there is a momentary pause in events as every set of eyes turns towards you as a random Lieutenant Junior Grade came in by
I
himself
tap
and got a nap.
him on the shoulder. Apologies, mister. I'm not part of the MS Corps.
What? Yes, you are. He moves on.
Fifth Autonomous Team.
That's an MS Corps. I could see you have an MS Pilot's emblem. Stop arguing with me and go into the reception area.
Semantics.
There is no applause at your arrival, Isaac. Mostly everyone goes back to ignoring you, but you see a few people looking bemused and a handful of people looking very upset.
Huh? Would I
It is
understand
clear-
why?
Let's see. You know what? Isaac, give me a tact composure to see if you understand why these people. Sorry, academics. This is more academics in this case. Tact academics to see if you know the history behind why these people are acting like that. Or you can roll. What'd you get?
2 successes.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so that is enough. Isaac, you rack your brain and you remember that is considered a faux pas for someone to be announced personally as an individual unless they've achieved something great.
Oh well,
So
too late.
Yeah, you've been announced and you've ruffled some feathers of people who think you didn't deserve to be announced like that. You violated the unspoken rules of being announced.
Where the hell is it in the regulations? Point me at the.
It's not in the regulations.
Well, then
Isaac.
they can suck my donkey balls.
That demeanor won't win you friends here, but it is an admirable one to maintain.
Bunch of rich fucks.
You mutter
A
to
real
yourself
bastard.
as you head down the stairs and into the reception. You do see one person looking at you looks more bemused than annoyed, and it is Cecilia Zabi sitting on a chair overlooking the proceedings.
I give her a sheepish smile.
She just laughs and turns to Garma, talking to him quickly. The rest of you enter, and the guy would look you over and say, "What unit are you with, gentlemen?"
The 5th Autonomous Mobile Suit Corps.
The 5th Autonomous Mobile Suit Corps team.
Team.
And then, he started to auto say it because you said it, and then he corrects himself mid sentence before he finishes it. Now there's actually like a smidgen of polite applause. It ripples through the room as someone in the back you can't really see says, "Good job, lads."
I'll sort of salute and then transition into a wave towards the voice. And then I suppose I'll lead the way and we'll make our way in to not overstay our introduction.
That was a wise.
I'll sort of shepherd the group over to somewhere with some space and
A corner with seafood.
exactly.
Jean just as John isn't saying much, but occasional booming laugh. The Grit 5 saunter.
I will ask. I already know how Isaac's feeling about this because he wants them all to suck donkey balls. How does Theo feel about the scale of this party? Keep in mind, there's like generals here and admirals and senior officers in the chain of command and ace pilots, though you don't see the red guy.
I mean, that's for the best, really. But this is a little bit. He's been to some more upscale parties in his life. Uh, this is certainly bigger than anything. He's not really been to many zombie parties, but recognizes some faces, polite greetings, and playing the whole sort of part and trying his best to keep up etiquette, but he's not quite that good at it. He's making an effort.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? As you do, I'm going to quickly ask the others, but there is someone who's going to come over to talk to you. Jean, how's Jean feeling in this environment? A bit like a fish out of water, I imagine.
Well, this is true. This would be absolutely true. But also, he's been completely oblivious since 0076.
So why break the trend?
Yes, this man is not really caring about a lot of the long-standing, formal decorums. He's not a ballroom guy, but he is a military. So, there are the occasional salutes, the booming chuckles, the he is exceptionally just happy to be spending the night with Maisie. And
Yeah.
that is all he cares about.
Gord, what about you, bud? How are you doing?
Just call me Gord.
Yeah, I called you Gord, unfortunately. Gold.
No, see in the subs, that's what they call him.
It's the unofficial English translation until they get an official one.
George is trying to remember everything his father's taught him about all the etiquette. He's wondering who his father sent as representative to this party.
Yeah.
Seeing if he sees anyone he recognizes.
All right. I will say the first person who approaches you all is actually someone, of course, another officer,
Oh,
a lieutenant. The lieutenant approaches wearing a fine blue jacket embroidered with gold lacing and red trousers. Very much, this is clearly a custom unit uniform that they had custom tailored. And he's wearing a goddamn sword as he approaches you.
fancy.
You there? You're the 5th autonomous team, is that right? He gives you a warm smile.
That's correct, sir.
And that must make you Lieutenant Junior Grade Isaac Urban, isn't it? He looks to you, Theo.
Apologies, sir. I'm Ensign Theo Villeneuve.
Oh, damn it! I thought I had found your commanding officer. Well, never mind. You're here. He offers you a hand.
I'll shake.
Lieutenant Heinrich, at your service.
A pleasure to meet you, Lieutenant Heinrich.
You have no idea who this guy is, unless anyone's going to make any rolls about this. But
I'll make a roll. Do I recognize?
I'll try one as well.
tact and academic.
Tact and academics.
+1 because we're still at the point in the Mobile Suit Corps where everyone kind of knows everyone slightly.
That's true.
They're all
Sean is
associates,
not even gonna
acquaintances,
try.
and such.
He has 1 tact and
Ooh.
0
I
academics.
just got an awakening point.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's a critical.
Gold. You know this guy is from one of the original Xeon New aristocratic families, like one of the initial Zabi supporter families. And he is an ace pilot in command of his own unit nicknamed Heinrich's Hussars. They all use this weird blue and red coat and leg scheme on their Zakus to look like some old ancient Earth cavalry force called Hussars from some place called Hungary or Austria. You can't really remember.
Some place called Croatia.
They all carry swords. They all use those swords. And they all kind of talk slightly foppish. but they are crazy and really like to charge.
Ah,
Hey, we respect that.
Can I get the name of the guy in the unit written down in like the text chat? Heinrich.
Heinrich's Hussars.
SARS. Do the Zaku's have wings?
No, they're not Polish.
No, I will send you a reference image as well for what these guys look like, essentially, at all times. I need to stress this. They have really committed to a bit, and no one else in the Xeon army can stop them from the bit.
Mostly because they don't know enough about the bit to stop them.
Yeah, you gotta respect the drip game. It's real.
I guess George is gonna go. Ah, Lieutenant Heinrich of the Heinrich's Hussars. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Glad my reputation precedes me. You've heard of my company then. Excellent. Well, from what I heard, you all fine fellows did smashing work yourselves, taking out 2 ships and how many saberfish was it? 8? 9?
I had 3 personally, and our commanding officer had 8.
Good man, you'll make ace yet. He slaps you on the shoulder with like an attaboy, George, which is the most physical contact you've ever received from a superior officer not in your chain of command.
George is just smiling.
Put some hair on your chest, I bet,
Yes, sir. Wish there were a few more for us.
eh? You might just get your wish, he winked.
The fellas did fine work. I couldn't be more proud to be with such a fine group of mobile suit pilots.
Well, don't downplay your own achievements, CPO Jean Nier. You took down a Magellan, if I recall correctly. Fine bloody work that was.
It certainly was.
And you,
Ah.
Salamis, right? He points to
That-
Felix.
That's right, Lieutenant.
Now, I've been told your commanding officer, he lowers his voice, is a bit of a mad bastard, correct?
It certainly
just
seems
nod.
that way.
Good, just my type of officer. I can't wait to meet him. Please do inform the Lieutenant Junior grade that I am looking forward to a conversation with him this evening, and I would be deeply offended if he did not at least make a show of searching me out before the night is over.
Will do, sir.
If we see him, we'll pass on the message, but he came in here like a man possessed looking for something.
Like I said, exactly my type of officer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got drinks to drink, food to eat, and fights to win.
Oh, are you fencing?
You're damn right I am. Wouldn't miss it for the world. He pokes at his cheek. You see this? And there's like a little long scar stretching across.
Oh, he's got one of the fencing scars.
Ah.
Mark of honor. I don't fence with a mask on, for if I am to be a mobile suit pilot, who cares? It's for personal danger.
Wow.
Just Maisie, just squinting.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
She's staying quiet because this guy's a little too loud for her liking. and
Very
there's
loud.
not in the sense of, oh, this is a bad guy, she hates him, but just, oh god, this is, we
The,
had
the
someone of these guys.
machismo is, yeah.
He's sucking up all the oxygen in the room.
Exactly. He turns around with for the first time, you notice he has 2 glasses of wine, one in each hand, and just pounds one back as if it was a shot, and then proceeds to go join some of the other officers who let out very boyish sort of "Ayys" when he joins.
Now I'm just
I
imagining
like
they're all
these
from
guys.
Jersey.
That was quite the character.
Yes.
Colorful bunch for sure.
I've heard of them. They took, well, in the 1 week battle, they were savage. None of them got injured, from what I heard, but almost half their mobile suits were disabled by the end of the fight.
Well, I suppose it's that sort of resilience that has gotten us to where we are now.
Isaac,
Well,
Yes?
we're gonna let Jean finish what he's saying because I just heard him as I spoke.
I
Unfortunately,
was just gonna. That was a pretty heavy and layered statement. I was just gonna have Jean say, "Well, I think they're gonna be serving fillets tonight." That was it. That was all food motivated.
We cut to Isaac. Isaac, you are told to find Jaeger and, just report essentially to be informed more details about the races. But you are intercepted on your way to Jaeger by a familiar, ominous, smiling man.
Oh boy.
Who? Is it Hans? Is it Tell Hans?
Yes,
Is it-
it's political officer Tel Han.
What is his rank
Goes-
exactly?
A political officer.
Polyoff off Han. Tell.
He blinks. It's Tel Hans, actually.
Sir? Evening?
Ah, good evening to you as well, Isaac. I was just looking for.
You are? I blink.
Yes, I was. That was an audacious entrance you made.
It was?
Yes, exactly the type of entrance the Supreme Commander Garen expects from the new type of Space Noid, of man. Very impressed. You're not letting old customs restrain you from action, from revolution. For what is revolution but action in service of change?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good man, good man. He kind of pats you on the cheek and goes, "Yeah,
Wait,
I
the
was thinking-
cheek?
yes." He pats you on the cheek.
Bruh.
Like it's like more like a gentle slap than anything else. Like, yeah. All that aside, I must say I was looking over your records recently, Isaac, and I noticed you haven't attended any party meetings.
Well, I'm thinking Isaac in his head is like, aren't we not supposed to party on the ships?
I mean, if you want to say that's what he says, go ahead.
Sure, fuck it. I look at Tal and I say, aren't we not supposed to party on the ships? Isn't that against regulation?
No, Isaac. The party, capital P. You haven't been to any of the political discussions lately. You have no political education, in fact. It seems that orphanage you left really neglected to do its part in ensuring you understood your duties as as a member of the vanguard of the human race.
I look kind of uncomfortable. Well, we didn't have a lot.
No, we didn't. We space noids were left with nothing, in fact, shivering and cold out in the vastness of space. But together with our souls and our very lives, we built a great bonfire to warm every space noid. And I need you to become an ember of that fire, Isaac.
I'm just staring. I'm not sure how to respond.
So, with all that in mind, I've taken the liberty of adding to tomorrow night a political reintroduction to the basics of Zabi thought. I expect you all attend.
The first thing that's going through my head is, oh, this is homework. I hate homework.
All right, Isaac, roll keen composure because you know you definitely shouldn't say that.
Ask if you can get the handbook.
2 successes.
All right, you don't say that. You do think of the handbook idea though, and you think that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh well, sir. I'm kind of awkward. Wouldn't
That is true. You are an embarrassment socially in some cases. And he strokes his chin.
I fucking love this guy.
I can love Hans. You have no clue.
he's an awful person, but he's hilarious.
All right, continue, Lieutenant Junior Grade. I'm sorry to interrupt you with my own music.
Would you perhaps recommend a book instead?
A book? Lieutenant Junior Grade Isaac, I thought you a man of action, but to find that you're an intellectual as well, he places both hands on each of you, like a hand on each of your shoulders. I would be happy to provide you with a collection of my own annotations of Supreme Commander Giran's speeches and writings, and those of Zeon Daikun, and, of course, the progenitor of our current state, Degwin Zabi. He squeezes your shoulders painfully.
I don't know if he's trying to intimidate me or not.
No, he just kind of looks unhinged.
Yeah, but like I'm also unhinged, so I'm not sure if I get that read.
True. And he goes, "Wouldn't that be nice?"
Yes, sir. I just like say axiomatically.
Yeah, he pats you on the back and says, "Good, good man. Well then, I should leave you to this den of debauchery. There should be people plotting for the development of a better future for our people. After all, think of all the tired, hungry masses that need assistance, humanitarian aid, reconstruction of the colonies." He turns away, rubbing his chin. "Truly, if Supreme Commander Giran was here, we would not be wasting time with frivolities. We would be getting back to the work." Oh well, and he walks away.
I look for Lieutenant Jaeger. I'm here
You
for my
find him to be.
I'm here for my excitement. I want my damn excitement.
Yeah, you got like a damper put on it a little bit there. But you finally find Jaeger, and he's like, "Ah, there you are, Isaac. Got busy with the political officer."
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's call it that.
"Oh, what can you expect from Giran's fanatics?"
You know, he says that and like it goes completely over my head, but
Excellent.
the smile on my face just stays the same.
Over here, we focus on the real work that needs doing. Speaking of which, horse racing.
Yes.
So, I've already taken the liberty of saddling Brigadier Caviar for you, so you'll just want to go to the stables and introduce yourself. The race starts in an hour. Get ready.
Understood. I leave immediately.
All right, you run off to the stables. We cut back to the. You've been you all being some of the lowest ranked people here has meant that some of the other more decorated enlisted guys have started congregating around you for safety in number.
Yeah, exactly. This is the joy of the petty officers. We try to brush shoulders with the commissions as least as possible, and the fact that we have one token ensign here is really helping.
Exactly. They've noticed there's a cool ensign and a bunch of other enlisted. So like a couple of the other like enlisted aces are now just sheltering with you for the rest of the evening.
It's not quite the same vibe as like around the cold in the cold winter around the trash can fire, but it is the same feeling.
Is
of
that
being...
is feel the fire that is also a trash can?
Yes.
In this metaphor.
Yes, correct.
And Theo, you have been intercepting the officers that come this.
Yep.
Eventually, good old Captain Langer does come over to you, holding an extra drink, and he offers it to you. He goes, "Ensign, good to see you, mate."
You as well, Captain. Enjoying the festivities so far?
"I am, and I came to inform you that it's almost time to begin our little side job.
Oh.
I figured out who's organizing the bets. Obviously, it would be inappropriate for me to directly approach them, so I will be passing you my bet as well."
You can count on me, sir.
I can't believe that you've enticed the enlisted men with whispers of betting,
Gambling.
gambling.
And the captain
Yeah.
looks everyone over and says, "Now, men and women," he nods to the ladies there as well, and he goes, "Would anyone else like to leave some extra cash with the ensign for delivery?" A few of the
Jean-
other enlisted guys step forward and start handing Theo some money and writing down their name.
Jean thinks about it, unless Maisie has it.
Maisie doesn't give you any input. She more just rolls her eyes.
I'm gonna look at Jean and be like, "Come on."
Damn it! I've got delayed pay anyway. And just slaps some there, like in a bundle of some Zumbucks. I know there's an actual name for it, but
It's
call it
Zeon
Zumbucks.
dollars. Zollars,
All right,
if you
that's-
would.
That's all I-
Zollers.
All right, ensign, you're going to take those bets to the political officer.
The political officer. All right.
Yes, you know how it goes. Party officials want to oversee even activities like this to make sure they're not getting out of hand.
I suppose that tracks.
So he's essentially in charge of the bets.
It makes
You,
sense.
Petty Officer Gold, you should head out to the stables and see to your horse.
Yeah, I should probably find the representative of my father first, talk to him for a second. But yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, have you even signed up for the race?
No, I haven't. I was waiting to find him.
Well, damn it, man! It's in
Alright.
45 minutes. We
All
have
right,
money
all
riding
right,
on
all
it.
right.
Be quick about it, man.
I'm gonna take a look around, see if I can spot anyone I recognize.
You see that lieutenant Urban was talking to earlier.
Uh, the what is his name?
Jaeger.
Jaeger. uh, I guess I'll go over there.
Can I help you, Petty Officer?
Uh, I'd like to sign up for the race as a representative of the Gould family.
Oh, I see.
Are you a gentleman?
Go ahead, I suppose, if you must. Well,
Thank
you
you,
are not
sir.
an officer. You should be an ensign, by the way. Why did you even bother enlisting?
I didn't want any advantages. I wanted to earn it all myself.
Admirable. He actually genuinely seems to mean that. You are a proper gentleman. Right. What's your horse?
What was the one from earlier? Easy something?
Easy journey.
Easy journey.
Easy journey.
Huh. Well, good luck to you, I suppose. Odds are bad on that.
I'll be sure to change that.
We'll see about that. You're going to have to be racing against those crazies from the Hussars.
Ooh. Have you seen my superior, by the way?
He's already out with his whole.
All right, I'll go talk to him. I do need to deliver some an invitation to talk from someone else. See you around, sir.
See you around, Petty Officer. Theo, do you go to find Telhan?
Yes, I do.
You find him lecturing a very tired-looking sergeant wearing the Xeon Cross about proper presentation of the Xeon Cross. And when political officer Telhans notices you, he turns to you, and the sergeant just books it, like basically all but runs.
Mm-hmm,
As the guy's back is. He goes, Ensign Theo, I was just talking to your lovely superior.
Oh yeah. How's the lieutenant doing?
Very good, very good. He's asked for one of books about the party politics.
Oh, wonderful. It's great to see that he's getting educated. You know, you got to
Indeed.
keep on top of those things.
It's a surprise a fine man of the party like yourself isn't in charge of the unit.
Well, you know, I had some. I'm trying to think of the way to softball
Diplomatically
it.
phrased.
Well, you know, I had enlisted alongside my good friend, Lieutenant Commander Offenhauser, and found myself a little suffocated in that position. But reassignment woes, you know how it is.
Well, don't worry. He leans over and links to you. I've already taken measures to make sure you have a more proper position within your unit.
Political
After all,
officer.
someone so devoted to the Supreme Commander's agenda as you needs to be where we need.
I suppose I should be flattered, sir.
No need. I am immune to flattery and lies.
An upstanding gentleman like yourself, it's no surprise at all, sir.
I am no gentleman. Look at my hands. He holds them. I burned these working at the Quinsam shipyards. I broke my elbows, my arms, my legs multiple times, breaking down holes for the Federation. It was the Supreme Commander who lifted me up and gave me new purpose. And in that same measure, he raises his hands as if giving a sermon. I will lift you up. And then he pats you on the shoulder. Ben, what did you come over for?
Well, political officer, myself and a couple of the men were hoping to put a bit of money on the race.
I see. Those activities. Good of you to oversee it to temper the men's base impulses. Go ahead,
Of
hand them up.
course. So I'll hand over the written bets and healthy helping of my own
I don't know.
money on easy journey for myself.
Oh, I didn't realize. Jean will bet on Brigadier Caviar. Well,
Hey,
yeah,
you're betting on the lieutenant.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
on me.
you see, he can't actually. You see, he can't actually read the Japanese shit. So he thought he was betting on Easy Journey.
Spectacular.
Fia, do you have anything else you want to talk to Tell Hans about, or shall we cut?
Wait, this is Theo?
Yes.
Can I spend a narrative point?
What do you want to do?
I want to retroactively tell Theo to go beg Talhans to get us better equipment.
All right, I'll allow the narrative point to be spent that you two off-screen had this conversation to beg Tell Hans to get better.
Yeah, that tracks. I'll sort of
Because, you know,
try
they
to
fucking
butter up.
hate me.
Yeah, I'll try to butter up Hans a little, and the position would be much appreciated, sir. But if there was any way we could potentially acquire some new ordnance for the team,
What did you have in mind?
just not sure quite what's available, but anything that could bolster the righteous forces, heat hawks, MS grenades.
Oh, I suppose I could, if you think they're useful, I suppose I could sign off on some paperwork to get your whole team equipped with heat hawks and cracker grenades.
We did run into quite a few saberfish as well. I know the new package has some Vulcans on it. I didn't know if there was any more autocannons or auxiliary weapons we could uh, also equip.
He waves it off. Say no more. I'll have your entire team shifted up the list in priority. You'll all be
There's-
equipped with the new model Zaku. You'll all get your heat hawks and your MS grenade.
You, sir, truly are a blessing.
Anything
I was
that
going to say
helps us-
gentlemen again, but
Here's what matters, Tell leans in. You and I both know that your team did some of the hardest fighting of that battle. We both know that you're not going to get the recognition you deserve. So anything I can do to assist you and make the burden that has been placed upon your weary shoulders easier, I am happy to do. Especially considering it was the valiant efforts of your team that is the only reason I am alive right now. So you can consider this me paying back that debt to you. Rest assured, I have your best interests in mind.
thank you kindly.
All right, and you all have been earmarked for immediate upgrades. So, if the war continues for some reason, you will not be going in with your older Zaku.
Getting that fancy shit.
Yeah,
we will-
definitely. Aha, aha.
We will go over the stats changes and what you add after session.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, we cut away to Gold, who actually finds that Easy Journey is stabled right next to Brigadier Caviar. And thus, Isaac Urban is there, giving you two some time to talk, if you so wish.
Sir.
I turn to Gold. Hello.
You ever ridden a horse before?
Once.
Really, when?
Well, at Academy there was the equestrian club, and like they brought a horse out to like promote the club, and I got on for a couple seconds.
Well, do you want any tips?
Sure, I guess.
George is gonna go over, look at make sure everything's like on like on properly. Probably feed the horse a bit. Kind of show how to earn its trust a little bit.
All right. I'm going to ask you to roll charm expression to like get this across to Isaac.
All right, let's see.
And if you succeed, your successes will reduce the hefty penalties I'm slapping Isaac with for never riding a horse before, and an ill-tempered one.
Oh, what are my rolls? A 1 and a 2.
Oh wow. Okay.
How
How
many
many successes
successes?
is that?
That's 5.
Yo.
Okay, you've completely negated the penalty Isaac would have had. As essentially this crash course gets Isaac. I mean, go mind you describe it for us. How does this crash course get Isaac to click to it?
Isaac's kind of an idiot savant when it comes to a lot of things. However, one thing he does always take to is instruction. It's why he's in charge of this team, despite the fact that he's kind of an idiot and a meathead. Just put him in front of a mobile suit or a combat situation or literally anything dangerous, and he's your guy.
George is also a good luck charm, so he gets a +1 as well to his next
Oh.
Oh
roll.
my god, yeah. So all right, yeah. So Isaac will have a +1.
Yo.
All right, noted. As you finish this lesson, Gold, a woman's voice calls out and says, "Petty officer, have a cigar."
Thank you, ma'am. Do I recognize her?
I was asking if you had a cigar, petty officer.
Oh,
It is a colonel standing before you.
George pulls out one one of the 10 that his father gave him for winning the war and landing on Earth. He kind of figures, I guess we're not landing on Earth, so why not?
She takes the cigar and takes a puff of it. He goes, "Are you both racing today?"
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Well, I wish you both luck. You'll need it. There's a real stinker in today.
Oh.
Lad by the name of Shev. You know the story. Zeon aristocracy, born in the saddle, thinks he's a knight.
I know the type, ma'am.
Well acquainted.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, and it's Colonel Mista. And with that, she walks.
I like the cut of this
Hmm.
lady's jib.
I will, as a brief aside, mention that she is actually technically a cameo character from a different campaign.
I see.
Interesting.
Why are you saying interesting? You know her.
I know.
Yeah, you were there.
Interesting.
Just full disclosure for why Mark is giggling as when she was introduced.
I see. No, I figured it was probably like some sort of in joke. I just didn't press.
Well,
Not
you're
quite
not
an
in on the joke.
Yeah, you now know. Thankfully, she doesn't have a hawk on her shoulder yet.
Interesting. When did she get that?
Earth.
Oh.
Anyways, do you have anything else you want to discuss before the races start, as you are alone?
George is probably gonna go check out his horse. Unless Isaac has something.
Should I make that roll now, or should I wait?
You're gonna wait for when the races start.
No, to see if my horse is temperamental or not.
Oh, it is. It's gonna be temperamental. There's no getting around that.
Understood.
It's just George has made it so that it doesn't matter now. Like this crash course has made you very confident in how you can approach. How? Fuck if I know. But hey, he pulled it off.
I shouldn't exist as a human being, and yet I do.
Sure. Many such cases in Gun. George, your horse compared to Brigadier Caviar is like a scrawny little thing. It doesn't look like it's got all that much.
Huh. I believe in you. You'll do all right. We may not win, but we'll do all right.
The horse bites your shoulder, Jen,
Duh.
and then
George is
tries to
gonna
lift
pet
you up.
it.
It fails,
Easy.
obviously,
Oh
'cause you're
boy.
built like a brick wall.
Well,
Guys,
George is
it's not like
gonna
the horse likes you though.
George is gonna pull out his lucky horseshoe, kiss it, and put it back in his uniform pocket.
The horse tries to bite your horseshoe.
Claimed.
Okay, let's just aim for not last.
You know, if you were critical on this,
That would be ridiculous.
I
Use-
always
use a
say
narrative
I'm
point.
blaming horses.
It will certainly get you noticed if you do. I'll say that much. All right. I'd say it's around this time that you all are getting ready for the horse race, that people are starting to filter out to watch the horse race. You know, whoever can is going outside, but there is also a screen inside linked to some cameras to watch from. Jean, Fia, are you going to try to get outside or are you going to just stay in and watch on the
I mean, Jean's probably gonna watch on the TV, mainly because like anywhere he goes, he's gonna have to tug Maisie along, and that's gonna be a very loud place.
Also, you'd have to leave the food.
Exactly. He is a wife guy, but he's a food guy.
Sure.
I, as Fio, will probably go out to watch in person. And probably take some of the guys who have congregated out to go and cheer on our boys because it's what better chance to get a
You are-
little bit rambunctious.
Theo, you are politely informed by them that they would like to stay with the food now that all the rich guys aren't hogging the food, and there's plenty of room for them to run around and grab.
Fair enough, gentlemen.
And I do mean actually politely this time. It's more like a, sir, well, look, we appreciate the offer, but if you've noticed, the buffet's open now.
By all means, you boys enjoy yourselves.
Yes, sir. Sophia, you managed to filter on out. You see the friendly airborne captain again. He waves you over to come sit with him outside.
Sure, yeah.
This airborne officer seems to have decided to take you under his wing when it comes to matters such as for better or worse.
Yeah, hey. Nothing wrong with that.
Now, the big question is whether that officer of yours can get his horse to the gate. I have no concerns about gold, but yeah. The camera kind of pans over Theo to Isaac trying to get on his horse.
Well, the Lieutenant Junior grade is full of surprises, so you never really know.
Isaac, your horse is refusing to let you get on them. They just keep walking around in circles around. The race starts in like 10 minutes.
I would like to jump up on my horse.
All right, do you like let go of the reins and go to get a running start?
Yes.
All right, give me poise acrobatics for this with
Oh.
a +1.
This is your
Because
next
the-
roll, so you get your +1.
Alrighty. 4 successes.
With aplomb, you jump into the saddle, and even the horse seems a little surprised as it doesn't throw you.
See, now,
There-
was it really that hard? I look down at the horse.
This is the response you get from the horse. Like a snort. And there's some cheering in the crowd when you do that, Isaac. A few people notice that and are quite impressed. You all are brought out to the gates, Gold, Isaac. There's a few other riders there. There's another guy in red, but it doesn't look like the guy in red you hate, so who knows? Maybe red's just becoming popular these days.
No, it's he's a guy in red, but not the one we hate, so who cares?
Exactly. I mean, I think they call him the Crimson Chin or something like that. Who knows?
Vermilion
there-
lightning.
There's a bunch of guys, like five dudes and 5 gals, like a mix, so to speak, just wearing those Hussar uniforms you saw earlier, and they all look very comfortable in the saddle.
Do the uniforms also look comfortable?
Yes. For the saddle, these uniforms look actually designed for being in horseback for some ungodly reason. And then, other than that, it was just a few other people, a few civilians, no one you really recognize. There was a rumor Dolzel was going to participate, but they weren't able to find a horse big enough for him.
Just, just get him to go full Radon.
Nah, actually, I just imagine now he's in the horse race, but he's carrying the horse instead.
There's a bunch of people from the Cassilia agency. Like, if the Hazars make up 5 of the contestants, the Cassilia agency makes up like 8 more. Like, they are all on fine steeds, all the same color. And all of these horses look like very well trained military horses. Or I suppose it's more accurate to call them police horses in this case, because that's how they were being used, and you know that.
I know something?
Yeah, no, you get that for a freebie. It's well known the Cassilia agency was running around as a horse-mounted police unit at first. Again, for some ungodly reason.
Because why not?
So, any last words at the gate?
George is just gonna give a nod to his boss.
Yeah, you two are next to each other again.
I give a nod back. See you at the finish line, George.
I'll have to look back. I'm getting first.
Isaac, do you respond to this challenge at all?
No.
You know, it kind of seems like they talk to each other, but you can't really make out what they said to each other.
That's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Easy money.
Let's hope so, lad. And then the starter pistol is fired, and it's off as there's cheering from the crowd as the horses rush out of the stables. Both of you, roll me. Let's say, let's say keen and maneuver. Isaac, you have a +1 thanks to Gold's efforts. Gold.
It's just his next roll, so he used it.
Oh
For
yeah, yeah.
on the horse.
Never mind. You don't have a +1. You're just flat.
Actually, may I make an argument?
No, but go ahead.
May I activate my ace in a day for some sort of benefit for this?
You don't have any negative penalties, and it specifically says ignore negative modifiers.
I don't know. I
so
just
no.
wanted to see if it was worth anything.
I appreciate the hustle, but no.
I'm gonna spend a narrative point to make it a 10.
Gold, I would have been giving you good modifiers, but the horse kind of gives you a lot of negative modifiers. So your good modifiers just cancel out the horse's shitty modifiers.
Understood.
Rolling.
So you spend a narrative point. Gold, are you going to spend a narrative point? You can. Nothing stops.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
5 successes.
What am I using it for? Exactly?
If you want a +2 to your roll.
Hell yeah, I use a +2 to my roll.
Wait, do I get a
Like-
positive modifier for my horse apparently being a freak of nature or something?
No, that actually is a bad thing in this case because the horse is ill-disciplined.
So it balances out.
Exactly. There's a lot of. I've made like a little list for horse modifier tracking at this point because that's where we're at for the session. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's where we're at. Sorry, gang.
This is where it was always going to go when you mentioned horse race.
I didn't mention horse racing. I just asked, what is the stupidest and bravest thing?
No, I meant
could do?
Perry, not you.
Exactly.
When Perry was like horse racing, I was like, oh yeah, so that's the session then.
Yeah, exactly. Are you spending the narrative to point?
Yeah, I just did.
Gold. You are not gold, Urban.
I did.
Oh,
You
Wait,
did?
was it a +2 or +1?
+2. So roll
Okay.
2d6.
I rolled a 6. So that makes the threshold 10. I got 5 successes.
Oh, so somehow, Isaac Gold, you are pushing your horses hard, and as this race continues, you're getting closer to the finish line. You've both pulled into the lead. You are neck and neck somehow, Gold.
I'd like to
There
cut.
is.
I'd like to try to cut George off.
All right, we'll come back to that. Theo, to your shock, Gold is actually tied with Isaac ahead of everyone else. The commentators don't know what's happening. There's a lot of who are those? How have they pulled up in front? What is happening?
I'm
The airborne
just
officer.
like,
Oh, go.
I just like got fucking Langer's arm just gripped. One hand on the shoulder, one hand on the bicep. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Lager's got one fist clenches like yes, 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 yes.
Well, this one's exciting, isn't it, Maisie?
Oh my, yeah, no kidding. Look at that. Wait, isn't that your commanding officer and the petty officer?
Yeah.
I thought your commander. I thought your commander's never ridden a horse before.
I never asked him, but
But look how he's
Nope.
sitting. He looks. Well, I hate to say it. He looks like an idiot.
Jean just starts laughing really hard.
How is he doing this? Like she has that like scientific hyperfixation on how this is happening right now. All right, Isaac, you go to cut George off.
What do I need to roll?
This is that depends. How violently are you trying to cut him off?
Extremely.
All right, you're gonna need to roll wrath and maneuver, and then gold. You're gonna need to roll keen and maneuver to avoid this.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses for the surprise?
Yes, you'll get a +1. There you.
Thank you. 4 successes.
All right, gold. What did you?
3.
Yes!
Oh, Isaac, you cut ahead of gold. You're getting very close to the finishing line. It is the last gap. I'm going to call for one more roll, and this one, gold. You're going to be rolling. What you're going to roll? I'm going to say you're both going to roll your best stat for this. So whatever your best attribute is with maneuver. Whoever wins this wins the races. Isaac, you have a lead, but it's not enough yet. It's you got ahead of him, but it's still like he's right there.
Home stretch, home stretch.
5 successes.
Bugger.
All right. What'd you get,
One
gold?
failure. One failure. No.
Yeah.
Isaac pulls ahead of you, Gold. At the last second, a horse's head separates you two as they come in first, and there are cries of despair from the enlisted within inside the mess hall.
No! Jean thinks he bet on my parlay.
It's all right, John. It's all right. She pats you on the arm. Langer just lets out a cry of despair. Like, oh no! The humanity!
I like to
Ah,
imagine that one's actually like in English, where everything else has been in Japanese this entire time.
oh my god.
Oh my god!
There's cheers, there's jeers, there's booing, there's wails of despair, there is everything in between. But Isaac, you have pulled ahead, you have won the day.
Glorious
The
victory.
commentator says, Isaac Urban comes in the lead. I can't believe it. With George Gold in second place. And coming up in third is Heinrich of the Hussar. And yeah, that is the race. You come to a stop. People are cheering or clapping. The senior officers are remaining a little more restrained about it. But overall, everyone just seems like they're having a grand old time, except for the poor enlisted and Langer and Fia.
Oh, damn.
My money.
That's all right, lad. There's always next time.
Yeah, I suppose there is. It was a damn good race, too.
It was. I mean, the fact that your commanding officer and the petty officer were the first and second, it's going to look good on your unit.
I hadn't even thought about it. Like, I hadn't even thought. thought about nothing like that.
And then Tel Hans comes over and goes, "It's CPO Jean Deere."
Yes, sir.
He dumps a pile of cash over to you. Your
Oh,
winnings for betting on Isaac Urban and Caviar.
Oh, but I.
Air is like 5 times your usual pay is what
Whoa.
you have won in earn.
I before Jean can incriminate himself, I imagine that Macy. I well,
Shit.
shit. Yeah, shit.
Maisie just cuts in, carefully takes the money, puts it in a bag, and goes, "All right, I think we should perhaps retire for now, lest your friends believe you have betrayed them." As you sense the
Yes.
glares of some of the other enlisted on you, Jean.
Um, there's some sweat being on the back of his neck. I would agree.
And George,
Yes.
you get approached by a woman wearing the uniform of the Hussars who goes, "George Gold, yeah?"
Yes, ma'am.
She smiles at you and she goes, "What a lovely show."
George gives an awkward smile. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, my name is Wilder Kruger. I believe you know my father, Mr. Kruger.
Do I?
You do. He is the head of the Gold's biggest rival and ally at times, Kruger Noodles.
She's making the fucking side 3 ramen that's beating out your bullshit.
It's noodles and
Kruger.
chocolate.
Oh damn! They cornered both the enlisted and the child market. Fucking.
No, the college student and child market, which is not
I just
necessarily
stutter.
mutually exclusive.
Anyway,
Yeah, so and she goes, "That was a damn good show."
Gave it my all. Well, my boss beat me.
So why are you enlisted?
Oh well, I just wanted to earn the glory all by myself. I didn't need my father's name for that particular part.
Fascinating. I chose the same. She points to her ranks, showing that she is a petty officer as well.
Hmm. Interesting.
Tell me, do you drink as well as you ride horses?
I have been known to indulge in a nice drink on occasion.
Then I will be taking you out for drinks at some point. And she turns her horse and rides it slowly back over to the stable.
I think you just got asked out on a date.
George just like deflates as soon as she's gone. He was holding together so hard. He's gonna pop off the horse and walk up to Isaac. Sir, by the way, Heinrich of the Lieutenant Heinrich of Heinrich's Hussars does want to talk to you. It does kind of seem like your kind of person as well.
Who?
You know the Heinrich's Hussars,
No, not at
Kind of-
all.
kind of strange. Some say crazy
You're
unit.
gonna have to be more specific.
They like charging.
You're gonna have to be a lot more specific.
They were the ones wearing blue in the race.
Ah, oh, okay. Why didn't you just say so?
I figured you might know them from there. Whatever. He wanted to talk to you.
I fucking love Isaac.
He's a
I hate
moron.
this little I hate this little shit. I'm gonna follow him into hell.
Soccer Shakalin.
Please say that for posterity.
Yes, Petty Officer Wilder Kruger's family also produces Zaku chocolate for the military, which is also known as Zaku chocolate, which is a chocolate issued to the mobile suit pilots, laced with uppers to keep them active.
I love combat drugs.
Finally, we get to the actual formal dinner part of the evening, where most of the enlisted are running away as quickly as possible. Now that the buffet is.
I wish I could join them.
You all, Theo, Isaac, and Gold, if you're staying, your name would
Mhm.
let you stay, but it's up to you if you want to stay.
Yeah, George is a little sad. He didn't get to indulge in the buffet.
Maisie would have pulled you away before this, John, just because she's like, I don't want to be involved. in this."
Absolutely. Well, I mean, look, John is going to listen to whatever the lady likes, okay?
Fair. Yes. So she just takes you out, and she will instead invite you to a dance hall that she knows some of the other enlisted are going.
Well, sure.
All right. So that is where you two go for the evening. Isaac, Theo, and Gold, you have a problem. By the time you all filter back in, as I spend a narrative point, there is not a single table that just the three of you could take. You have to choose who to sit with.
All right.
So you have options. And I'm going to assume, for the sake of Isaac not sprinting into a disaster, Theo's kind of like holding Isaac's arm at the moment to be like, okay.
Yeah,
reigns
just
off.
stopping me from acting immediately.
Yeah, I'll sort of take point and walk with purpose so that the group follows.
Hans Tell is sitting at a table by himself, so you could go join him,
Ugh,
which would certainly be a statement.
it would be.
You see Captain Langer and a colonel, a lady colonel that Gold and Urban have met already, but you don't recognize Theo, sitting at a table by themselves. But their chairs the other chairs at the table are pushed out, indicating that they are open to other people joining them. But that rank gap is kind of.
It's a steep one.
Thing
Yeah.
is, if you want me to take the lead on that, I don't care about that, and I know I'm gonna embarrass myself anyways.
Oh, but there's more options.
Mm-mm.
You see the Hussars actually wave politely to you, so you could potentially go sit with the Hussars. And finally, there is an elderly colonel sitting by himself, wearing a what looks like a armored unit uniform, sort of like by his tabs and whatnot, like conventional armor, not mobile suits, tanks.
Oh. Any chance I recognize who that is?
I don't think the tank officers would be well known in Xeon, honestly. I think they're probably
enough.
kind of forgotten branch at the moment. Who needs them after? But he looks old. He's got silver hair and a bushy mustache. Oh, and I guess you could also sit with the Cassilia Agency guys, but their seats are not open. So it would be
Yep,
very
yep.
much a can we sit here, and then like trying to see if they'll let you sit with them.
That would be a very funny dance.
But yeah, but I don't know if you want to sit with the actual like
No, probably not.
Gestapo of Xeon. Like
I mean, if they got room for us, we might as well join the Hussars, right? They're inviting us over.
do you
Sounds
say that
good
to
to me.
Isaac and Gold?
Yeah, I mean, they seem to have space for us. What do you guys think?
You guys can go over. I'm gonna go talk to Captain Ling and Colonel Mista, see how they did in race.
Oh, sure. I mean, let's go see Captain Langer then.
Right, you all pivot to go join the colonel and the captain at the table. They appear to be discussing hypothetical airborne sort of mobile suit tactics, like the idea of using mobile suits with an conventional airborne force. But they're kind of coming up against the wall of how do you do a parajump in a colony?
Ma'am, sir.
Oh, Lieutenant Junior Great Isaac. Is your team looking for a table? You're more than welcome to take seats here. Just leave this one open, please. She pats an empty chair.
Oh, I just wanted to ask how you did in the race, ma'am.
Well, sit down and we can talk.
I take a seat immediately.
Yeah.
I just sent Lieutenant Shev off to get everyone drinks, so unfortunately you'll have to wait a bit for yours, but still, it should be a good speech. I'm glad you're already.
Shiv's here too.
Yeah, I'm glad you're already
Perfect.
familiar with Captain Langer.
It's no object, ma'am. I don't drink.
Hmm? You do realize you are in the military.
I do, ma'am.
What a fascinating fellow. Well, Langer here was just telling me his theories of how you could put a mobile suit in a fake asteroid and pretend that it is a asteroid drop to infiltrate an area. What do you think about that?
Well, you need to. It sounds like the forte of special operations, no? Or at least strategic
Uh,
deception.
Langer nods and goes, "True, but in these conditions up in space, that's essentially what our airborne force has been used for. We've been parceled out to special forces operations, and on the topic of mobile suits cooperating with airborne operations, the biggest thing is the Minovsky reactor. While it does shut down and cause problems with radar, it's not impossible that eventually people will figure out that you just have to track where the Minovsky particles are.
Well, you could solve that problem by spoofing it with fake reactor signals.
Yes, so that's kind of precisely the point here with the fake asteroid idea. Is that you load some of the mobile suits into the fake asteroids, and some you just load some maybe a dispenser device. He kind of doesn't really seem too sure on that. And
Perhaps you could
others,
attach it to an MS grenade. Put a condensed amount of Minovsky particles into the grenade instead of an explosion or fragmentation or smoke. It releases the particles instead.
an interesting thought. Mystic kind of considers, rubbing her chin. And at that moment, a very eager young man comes and sits at the table, bringing over some glasses for the other two officers, and goes, "Oh, who are all you? I am Lieutenant Chevalier, at your service."
I'll allow the lieutenant junior grade to introduce himself first. He is our commanding officer and all.
I salute. Um, Lieutenant Junior Grade, Isaac Urban.
Ensign Fyodor Villeneuve. Pleasure to meet you.
Petty Officer George Gould.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine. And he just smiles at you all.
You put on a good race today, Lieutenant Chev.
I appreciate it. Only came in fourth, but I'll do better next time.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Oh yes, this is she nods to Chev. This one here is a sign of the Lenfio family.
I have blank face, just staring. No idea
You
what's going on.
Anyone who isn't Isaac knows that the Lenfio family are involved with MS development on Granada.
Ooh,
He's
fun.
serving as my adjutant at the moment. As the lad is a little too young for the front lines.
Well, is there
I wouldn't
anything?
say he's too young. If he wants to serve, I figure he should serve.
Well, and that is precisely what he's doing. And Chev just nods and goes, "I'm just excited to be in a mobile suit cockpit."
Nothing quite like it.
Really? He kind of looks.
Yeah. When your blood's pumping and like you start to see Isaac start to breathe heavily and like
Fucking.
and start shaking. There's nothing quite
Just-
like
I'm
it.
gonna I'm gonna put my hand on his back and be like, "Easy there, Lieutenant."
Well, Langer speaks up. I suppose we should be congratulating the lieutenant junior grade on his upcoming promotion.
I'm getting promoted?
Yes, they're making you a company commander.
Huh?
Have you not heard?
No.
Yes, you're being promoted to a full grade lieutenant, also a captain.
What?
complicated. Where they're trying this odd thing with the ranks, where they're creating a hypothetical parallel branch of ranks in the event that we ever have to fight a conventional ground war. So you're a full grade lieutenant in the Navy, but in this hypothetical ground force, you'd be a captain. That's why I'm going by captain, though technically I would probably be promoted to major in such an event. It's rather quite confusing, if you ask me, but such is life.
Huh.
Anyways, you're being promoted to captain, is what the rumor says.
Oh. Okay
And
then.
then Ensign Theo here sounds like he's getting a bump in promotion as well to lieutenant junior grade / first lieutenant.
Oh, well, that would be quite the honor.
Mr. Nods. It would be. I'm quite young for my rank as well, but that is the situation we are in, especially after Loom. But, as he says, congratulations to the two of you. My understanding is it was the political officer who put you up for it.
Oh, well.
I look genuinely surprised.
Glad to know that political
know-
officer has such high opinions of us.
You know, with all eyes on me, apparently, I feel a little awkward, and I'm gonna say, well, ma'am, if you excuse me for a moment, I believe Petty Officer Gold told me that it was Captain Heinrich, right? I
Yes,
look
it is.
over to George.
Lieutenant. Well, is it captain or is it lieutenant or is it both?
It's both, technically. Welcome to Xeon at the state, because technically the ground force doesn't exist, but technically they're preparing ranks for it just in case.
It's Captain Heinrich, right? Those guys over there in the
Captain,
big.
lieutenant, both. Yes.
He wanted to speak for me for a moment. Could I go? Walk over there for a second.
No, Lieutenant Junior, right?
Aw.
You're not excused. She gestures with her fork in the direction of the podium where Cecilia Zabi has stepped. With Garma Zabi at her side, and she just goes, "It would be rather poor manners to stand up just in the middle of Lady Cecilia's speech, would it not?"
Oh damn.
Yeah, she probably just saved you from a beating. Which is actually probably a disappointment for Isaac, to be honest.
That sounds fun, actually.
I wanted to mess up this uniform.
Lady Cecilia speaks, and she goes, "Compatriots, tonight we celebrate our victory at Loom. Perhaps tomorrow we will celebrate the end of this war. You've all done great work in your efforts. That is all." She taps a glass. "You may return to your meals."
I have a
And walks
question,
off.
Perry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, go mine. What's the question?
I'm typing it to you to see if you like this idea.
Okay, go
I thought you had Isaac just raise his hand.
ahead.
I was about to laugh really hard. uh,
Yeah, actually, you know what? Great idea. Theo, George, both of you roll empathy.
Ooh.
Keen empathy.
Keen and empathy.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
2 failures.
mark
What do we have for narrative points right now?
You'd also have a +1, by the way, because of my luck.
You should have at
Oh,
least 4 narrative
true.
points. You should have at least 4 to 5 narrative points at the moment.
5 currently.
Okay. I'm gonna burn 1 to make that a success.
All right, go. Theo, when you look over, you see that Isaac looks disappointed when the war's announced that it is confirmed that the war is going to end soon. The prospect of the war ending seems to disappoint him, I should say. All right. So, unless there's any follow up you want to do with Isaac on that, Theo, we can cut to Isaac going to talk to Heinrich.
I'll sort of give him a pat on the back, to commiserate, I suppose. They're there, champ. But obviously not saying that out loud.
Who's our favorite little psychopath?
We'll get him next time.
I'm
The
sure there'll
next
be
war.
other chances for us to
But
Don't
commit
cry,
horrible
Al.
acts
I'm
of
sure there'll
violence.
be another war soon.
by the way, Jean, from
Oh.
your compensation for what you're up to is you're actually relaxing in this downtime. So go ahead and refresh your mind HP to full
Oh, okay.
as you're just dancing the night away with Maisie.
Hell yeah. Jean has really bad performance, but he has really good athletics. So
No, dancing bad
It-
is actually fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And we cut back. Isaac, you finally have a gap where you can go talk to the guy, the guy who's looking at you from across the way.
I saunter on over, completely ignoring anyone in my path.
The rest of the Hazars turn and stare at you and kind of like form up like defensively. Hands go to sabers. And Heinrich just waves it off and goes, "Ah, Isaac, it's good to see you, lad."
One of my subordinates told me you wanted to talk.
That's right. I came to make you an offer.
Okay.
I heard you're a mad bastard, the type of mad bastard who could maybe run with my bunch.
I just wait for him to keep going.
When he sees he's not going to get any back and forth with you, he kind of just laughs lightly and goes, "I'm asking if you'd like your autonomous team to become a part of the Hussars."
Do you know where the Hussars are going to go?
Don't know, but I'll volunteer us for the tip of the spear wherever we go.
How dangerous would it be?
I like charging. So do the rest of my bunch. Heat Hawks activated, right into the gun line. The only thing between you and the enemy is your cockpit shell.
I turn over the idea in my brain.
The Hussars seem to be waiting.
The thing is, I go mine and trying to formulate a response that I would be in character.
there's one angel on the shoulders going, "Yes, yes, yes." The devil, "Yes, yes, yes."
Of course, you'd have to wear the uniform and carry a saber, but we could get you trained with that in no time.
Well, shouldn't you just shoot them?
No. Where's the fun in that? It's far more exciting to close the melee.
Well, you can put the barrel right up next to him, and I bring my hand up, miming what the Zaku would do, like left hand on the support, other hand on the trigger,
I
and just
suppose, but
I just pull my
there-
finger, like expectantly. He's like, "Yeah, just blast them right in the face."
there's no real display of skill in that compared to getting a victory with a Heat Hawk. Anyone can shoot.
I raise my eyebrow at that.
So, are you in, Isaac, or are you out?
Would the order to use Heat Hawks be a standing one?
Again, fight as you wish, as long as you're keeping up with the advance and not lagging us behind. No skin off my back if you choose to fight in a less skilled way.
I'd have to discuss this with my subordinate, especially my executive officer, to see the strengths of the team. But I
Of
will keep
course,
this
no
offer
rush.
in mind.
You're dismissed then, Lieutenant Junior.
I salute and move back.
Also, if you join the Hussars, you're going to the Philippines. Bear
but
that in mind.
Isaac doesn't know
Philippines
that.
mentioned.
I
Yeah,
hear
Isaac doesn't know that.
all
you as
I am
players get to
hearing
know
is aquatics, and that's a turn off.
You shouldn't have told him.
God,
All right.
that'd be funny.
And that is where the ballroom night ends. And we will take a quick break. And if everyone's still good to play, we will go on to day 2.
All right.
All right.
So,
I'll be back in a minute.
yeah, let's all meet up again at like essentially 7 minutes from now. And then we'll continue.
And through the
Assuming
good.
power,
everyone is still good.
Yeah, and through the power of movie magic, we'll all be back.
It is January 31st, early in the morning, when we resume. You all wake up in your temporary barracks, which is essentially just a hotel the Xeon military has rented out for some pilot. You assemble in the common area for food and drink, as usual. A lot of people are sleeping off hangovers who went to the party. And it is at that moment, as you're all sitting there having your breakfast, that there is a knock on the common area door. Who goes to answer the door? Does anyone go to answer?
You know what Jean does? Because he's probably the only one that was remaining, like, sober that isn't Isaac.
When you open the door, you see that it is a civilian who you don't really recognize, but they seem like an older gentleman. And they go, "Oh, military. Sorry, I didn't realize you all were here today.
No,
Is there
it's
anything to
fine.
clean up?"
Jean glances behind him. Like,
I just imagine Isaac's just like face down on the floor.
because, I mean, really, we got to party at a different place than, like, this area, so. And we didn't have many personal effects to bring along because they had to get recovered from the Musai, from the Cuxhaven. So, I guess the surprise for this man, as Jean turns back to him, is that, not particularly, not particularly. We don't really have any large messes or anything like that to clean.
Huh. Color me surprised. Well, you all have a nice morning.
You too, sir.
Oh, happy Treaty Day.
Yeah,
Treaty
happy
day.
treaty day.
You haven't heard the news? They're going to sign the treaty today.
Huh.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the coffee. And with that, John will essentially close the door if the man doesn't have anything else to say.
We should keep the news on. It's going to be a momentous day.
Yep. Door closes. Jean goes over to grab one of like the TV remotes, flicks through the channels because it's not starting on news channels. You know, there's some entertainment. An episode of Captain Xeon flashes across the screen.
Columbo.
Yeah, Columbo reruns because it's still incredibly popular.
It's
Universal
never not
Columbo.
been popular.
There's
80s dance.
and then
instructional
finally
videos.
putting it on like whatever passes for like the Granada, whatever passes for the Granada news.
Yeah, granted, a broadcasting company.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
you pull it up, and right now there's not really anything juicy happening. It's just basically a camera doing wide shots of Antarctica where the Xeon and Federation flag are flying side by side. Your flag flying on Earth.
You know, with the news on, I get up. Is something happening?
Treaty Day.
Ah,
Guess they actually weren't pulling our legs. Really are planning on signing the treaty.
So
The camera pans over Antarctica. It pans over a Federation soldier and a Xeon infantryman sharing a cigarette as they stand on guard duty.
I've seen the MS era. Yeah, I've seen the MS era one.
So, Chief, how was your night last night?
Oh, a man doesn't kiss and tell.
Suppose that's good enough news.
Wait, Jean's just catches up with him. Anyway,
And
Yeah,
you,
nothing too interesting on the news. Oh, go on.
and you, Ensign, anything interesting happened last night while I wasn't around?
Well, I did lose a little
On what?
hefty. I was betting on the horse race.
Like, there was bets?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you put on a good race, George. It's no trouble.
Wait, I could have betted on myself?
Probably.
Damn it.
Well, there's always next time. What do y'all plan on doing after this whole thing is over?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going back and my dad'll tell me how to take over the reins of this stupid company. I got a lot of changes to make. Ugh.
What about you, Theo?
Probably just about the same. I'll head home to the family vineyard and probably section off some grapes to be some sort of victory celebration vintage.
Yeah, whatever. Sommelier. Okay, cool.
You got a vineyard?
Yes, sir. Vineyard and a
I'll have
couple farms.
You
I'll have to
never
take-
once shared a bottle of wine with us. Get a load of this one.
I'll have to take a tour after the war. Maybe we can sell some in the gift shop part of the restaurant.
Hell yeah.
Wait, if I remember
There's another
correctly,
there's another knock on the door.
wait, before that, if I remember correctly, George's dad basically runs Xeon Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
Cheese and Cracker Barrel with wine.
Expensive hoity-toity wine.
I mean, I do think expensive hoity-toity chain restaurant would be really fucking funny.
Just a bizarre happenstance of just
Any-
insanely expensive wine in the Cracker Barrel.
Anywho, we do have someone knocking on that door.
Oh yeah. Who answers the door this time?
I will.
It's political officer Tel Hans.
Oh, Polyoff?
Oh,
And yeah, and he in his hand is a pizza box, 2 pizza boxes, in fact. He goes,
Oh,
I brought you some Lunarian pizza. Going to
Oh.
be a long day while we wait to hear the results of this treaty. After all, here you go. And he hands it over.
I look down and look up. Sir, shouldn't you be bumping elbows with more senior officers?
Why? I know everything I need to know of the senior officers. My job is with the enlisted and the low rankers to keep their morale up and them all healthy and fed. So, pizza. The political officer smiles at you. Delivery.
well, I'm not about to turn away a man with pizza. Come on in, Hans.
He drops it off and goes, "Oh, I can't stay for long. I'm afraid I have a car full of pizza that I need to bring to all the various other barracks. But I suppose I could sit for a moment." He takes off his.
I'm hating Theo right now.
I'm gonna crack open one of those boxes and steal myself a slice while I
Also, taking them
start up.
together.
We're
It's
probably in a
authentic
decent
Lunarian pizza.
hotel, but I'm definitely just like setting up the shitty coffee machine and the shitty instant coffee that's definitely just in the room.
Well, you're gonna deliver all those pizzas by yourself. It's gonna take you a while, won't it? Don't want you to miss the results of the treaty.
I suppose that's a good point, but I don't really think there's going to be too much interesting. Our victory is inevitable.
Yeah, at that,
Well, of course.
you know, Theo notices that I look sad at that. That's it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, of course. We tanned their hides and sent them packing all the way back to the Luna 2. But even despite all that, don't you want to hear them have to admit it through gritted teeth themselves?
I care nothing for that comes from the lips of an Earth Nord. Even their admissions of defeat are beneath me.
Hmm. Well, thanks for the pizza.
Of course, enjoy, men. Enjoy.
Yeah. You take care.
Of course. And he puts his cap back on and he walks.
What kinds of pizza do we got?
He got you authentic Lunarian pizza, so you've got
Mwah.
Hawaiian style pizza on top. And then Canadian pizza after it.
You know,
What is Canadian pizza?
Do
What's
you
a
not know about
Canada?
Canadian pizza?
I do not.
So Canadian pizza is pepperoni, mushrooms, bacon, mozzarella.
Okay.
George
so
would rather
John,
fight
being
for
a
that one.
plebeian, doesn't actually know about original pizza, and he likes Hawaiian pizza.
Excellent, excellent.
Excellent taste.
Is it cut
At
into
least it's not Brazilian
rectangles?
pizza.
It is
Cut
kind
into
of
rec-
rectangles.
The
Thin
proper
crust.
way to make pizza.
Rectangles, thin crust, and on a pineapple pizza.
I don't care. I'll stab a New Yorker who says triangles are better.
Yeah.
If you don't
Does George
know,
like the pizza?
yeah, for those who don't know about Go Mine lore, I'm from Chicago, and we have a bone to pick with the New Yorkers.
That's why he's a degenerate.
I actually went to Italy and got some pizza once, and it was actually really good. Get margarita pizza. Anyway.
Yeah.
The other context Go Mine neglected to mention is I am from New York.
No. I mean, that does explain. That does explain the pizza choices.
You always struck me as more of a Canuck, Perry.
I do live there now, but that is a conversation for not game time.
Yeah.
well,
Anyways,
do you all enjoy your pizza, or is there anything else you're all gonna do?
Does George like the pizza? Should I roll?
I mean,
for
look,
George
we're
like the
we're
pizza?
honoring a
up to
time.
you.
We're honoring an old military tradition of hurrying up and waiting.
Exactly.
This is the.
I pull out that book on Midway.
You had it with you in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I checked it out. Why would I not take it around with me? I never know when I'll have some spare time.
I mean, he does have a point. Yeah, well, I suppose we'll enjoy the delicacy of the Lunarian style pizza.
It's gonna be
Is it
something fucked up,
fancy?
like stuffed crust pepperoni square pizza.
I'll say George likes it all right, but he expected a little better.
You all just eat your pizza, drink, talk, watch the news, watch side programs that happen between the news broadcasts, and then finally, at around 1:00, something actually happens on the screen.
Mm.
Back into the Antarctic Treaty Chambers, where it seems like a deal has finally been reached. They're reading out some of the things that have been discussed, including the Federation, a military disarmament of the Federation, like restricting their military size down to a self-defense force. Basically, the terms that they are discussing, like speculating on that were agreed, essentially is a complete submission of the Federation. Total surrender. How do you all feel as they start talking about the potential terms that have been discussed so far?
I don't like that one in particular.
You don't like that the Federation's not going to have an army?
Yeah. Who am I gonna fight then?
George is a little
Well.
disappointed he didn't do more.
Well, fuck him. John has lived in soul-crushing poverty because of the Federation. So fuck them. They lost. What military do they have to fight with now that their space fleet is gone? What are they gonna do? Launch one back into space?
Build them all back up on Earth and then send them back up.
Yeah, exactly. Who'd do that? That's crazy. Not even the Earth Federation has the resources for that.
Well, it's fulfilling. There's a sense of pride, but really there's like an undercurrent of surprise that they seem to be going along with such an intense surrender.
Yeah, it's certainly brutal, but what choice do they have?
This
And-
meeting would probably be a lot shorter if they just fucking gave a little bit better concessions.
The Federation officers filter back into the room. They take up their positions on the other side. You see the Xeon delegation led by a guy with blue hair you've literally never seen before in your entire life, who appears to be leading. And the Xeon delegates enter. They all sit down. They start pulling out the papers. Like it is on the cusp of signing. And then suddenly, the broadcast cuts out. There's static on your TV screen.
Huh?
George is gonna get up and smack the TV a bit.
You smack it, and as it comes back, you see Admiral Johann Abraham Revel in his full uniform with a bandage around his head. Very much not a prisoner of war, sitting at a desk. As he says, "Fellow Earth Federation citizens, fellow survivors, I appeal to you all. Xeon is exhausted. It is low on troops, low on ships, weapons, and even ammunition. Why then, I ask you, should we surrender? Dear citizens, our true enemy is no longer Xeon, but our own weak-kneed civilian leaders. Hiding behind some notion of absolute democracy, they are reduced to absolute indecision. Why should we, the survivors of this horrible war, entrust them with the power to make decisions for us? How can we forget the arrogance of Degwin Soto Zabi when he usurped power in Xeon? He claims that the people of Xeon are a chosen people, that we of the Federation are hidebound by archaic ways of thinking and incapable of realizing the new potential for an expanded human consciousness in outer space, that there is no need for the people of Xeon to obey an Earth Federation run by outmodeled human relics. Well, citizens, even though I am a member of armed forces, I have to admit that if Degwin was referring to our corrupt bureaucrats, he was correct. But fellow citizens, we must not be deceived by Degwin Zobli simply because part of what he says is true. Xeon may be the side farthest away from Earth, but that is no reason to believe its leaders prattle about communing with the universe. There's a pause for a moment as the news cuts back, the news comes back and it puts the broadcast in like the top left corner as it also shows the delegates at the treaty looking in shock, the Federation officers standing up and looking at the screen, except for one guy who's just sitting there with a smirk on his face, who we as the audience would know as Gop. And how are you all feeling as this speech by the Admiral of the Federation Space Force, who's supposed to be a POW, is being broadcast to the entire solar system?
Jaw on the floor, sort of taken aback.
Yeah.
George
Jaw
just has an
dropped.
eyebrow raised.
Just quietly watching.
This shouldn't, even this much shouldn't be enough to sway them. They were cowed and beaten and defeated. Regardless of what this, whatever this apparently brain damaged Admiral has to say about the whole thing. There's no way that even his speech here could sway it, right?
Degwin Zabi must not be allowed to justify his vision of Xeon because of corruption in one part of our Federation. His words are dogma, the dogma of a man plotting a dynasty of Zabi dictators. Even if we do the unthinkable and recognize the existence of the Xeon dictatorship, that in no sense means we must also sink to our knees before it. The Earth Federation is a government founded on the premise of sovereign individual rights. Mankind, furthermore, he slams his fist on the table, was able to advance into outer space as a result of the Federation government, which is a crystallization of all mankind's accumulated knowledge and experience. Now, Degwin's son, Giran Zabi, says it is the weak and inept Federation that must be destroyed. Well, let him try. Strike at the heart of our weakness. But what right does he, who slaughtered 4 billion innocent people, have to strike such a righteous pose? This is the first time you've heard the death count of the colony drone. Giran Zabi tells us that mankind has violated the laws of nature by reproducing more than any other species. He tells us that mankind's population growth must be managed, because mankind must learn to inhabit the universe in harmony with nature. He tells us that the death of 4 billion was merely expiation for our past sins against nature. Is Giran mad? What does he possibly think the human race, an entire species, could gain from exterminating itself? There's nothing to gain. No, Giran is a despot trying to exterminate the very source of life that has supported and nurtured him. We, of the Federation, shall never comprehend the monstrosity of his actions. And now Giran threatens to crash Luna 2 onto Earth unless we surrender to him. This is the first you've heard of this. What basis does he have for his demand? Is he in possession of some absolute truth? No! He possesses nothing more than his own demented dogma. Is the entire Federation enfeebled, corrupt, and degenerate? Again, the answer is no. Many good, capable citizens have fought bravely against the threat from Xeon, and we are still strong, and we are alive. So then, does Xeon actually possess an overwhelming military superiority over the Federation? Again, the answer is no. Fellow citizens, listen to what I say. Gurren's threats are a bluff. Unworthy as I am of my good fortune, I was captured rather than killed by Xeon forces, and thus was afforded the opportunity to see the Xeon nation firsthand. I therefore can assure you that the citizens of Xeon are exhausted. There is no way they can possibly strengthen their forces to carry out their threats. So I say to you, Giran Zabi, if you think you can send Luna 2 crashing into Earth, go ahead and try. Zeod's strength was expended in the Battle of Loom. They cannot create soldiers overnight, and Giran Zabi knows it. I therefore appeal to all citizens of the Earth Federation, to each and every one of you. Xeon is exhausted. Now is not the time for us to kneel. It is time for us to rise. Now, more than ever, is our chance to defeat Xeon. The broadcast ends. And in the treaty room, there is pandemonium, before a Federation officer raises up his fist and shouts, and it is barely picked up in the camera, "Death to the Xeon invader!" And the channel cuts out as the Federation negotiators have retired from the meeting to rediscuss the treaty and whether they will sign it. You are all left with that echoing in your head.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
So much for Treaty Day.
May I be allowed to roll composure?
Yeah, go ahead.
What attribute do you think would be most appropriate?
I'd say keen.
That is one success.
So not everyone can tell that you look really fucking excited that this isn't ending. I'm guessing is what this is.
Should I have a negative modifier? Because I am really
Yeah,
excited.
I'd say yeah. I'd say yeah. To
Yeah,
be
that
honest.
puts me in the failures then.
I also rolled the composure keen shit because wow. I rolled a 5.
So how are you? Well, yeah, let's go through. How are each of you feeling in this moment as you've seen the treaty potentially dashed by one man's speech? Jean, let's start with what's Jean thinking about?
Well, I had Jean roll a keen composure check, and on an 8 he rolled a 5.
Okay, yeah. So no one else can tell what you're thinking, but what
but-
is he thinking?
Really, he's just going over like Dozel had to retreat from Bloom, and then came back ostensibly in a planned withdrawal to lure them in and then take them out. But he was on the front lines. He saw how many were dying. He's not thinking about necessarily what this means for him. He's not thinking about, the Zakus or the Musais and Chives. He's not thinking about any of that. He's not thinking about how this war is might continue or whatever. He's thinking about Maisie. And really, especially after last night, he's thinking about what this means for their life together. That's all.
Right. What about Theo? What's the ensign thinking?
Definitely trying to balance some mental math. Obviously, we saw fleet on fleet action. We don't know for certain how well our ground forces stack up against theirs. Sure, we have plenty of infantry, probably, but how well will mobile suits fight on Earth? Is this, Is this going to take a couple more months? Is it going to drag on for longer?
Huh. I just had an idea.
Okay.
Perry, could you save me for last?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. George, you're up. What's George thinking? How's he feeling?
Guess we'll have to eat at the restaurants on the top of my list first, because we're probably moving out soon. Better get those cast iron skillets fast too.
All right. And finally, we
guess-
go to you. Oh, go continue.
I guess I am gonna get that glory I asked for. Okay.
All right. Isaac.
I
What
just
is
have the
Isaac thinking of you?
biggest smile on my face. It's not over yet. And I have a thought. Oh, so if the war's going back to Earth, I know just who I should call. I go over to the phone line.
Mhm.
That colonel from earlier is in the airborne, right?
Yeah,
The-
she's allegedly in charge of a airborne unit.
I immediately try to get a line to her.
The phone is picked up, and it is some lieutenant or another who says, this is Colonel Mista's office. We'll say 1st Airborne Division, or sorry, no, not, they're the 2nd Airborne Regiment. I confused myself for a second. The 2nd
Hello.
Airborne Regiment, who's this?
Hello, Lieutenant. This is Lieutenant Junior Grade Isaac Urban. I was talking to the Colonel last night about potential airborne tactics. You wouldn't happen to know if there was a position open in your unit for a group of, and I look back, do some quick mental math, 8 or so mobile suits to be added on?
I'll inform the Colonel of your offer, Lieutenant Junior Grade, and we will get back to you when we can.
Thank you.
The phone hangs up. And finally, about an hour or two later, the Antarctic Treaty is, to your shock perhaps, signed. But it is not what was initially discussed. Instead, the Federation has resolved to continue the war, and there were only 3 primary terms agreed upon. Term 1, the use of NBC weapons, as well as large mass weapons such as colony bombs, are prohibited. The use of certain other types of weapons are restricted. The blueprints of nuclear weapons are made public for some reason. Article 2, attacking the Jupiter energy fleet, permanent lunar cities, and other neutral zones is prohibited. Granada is not protected by this article. It is explicitly called out. 3, prisoners of war must be treated humanely. Soldiers captured out of uniform are considered unlawful combatants and not protected by the treaty. That's it. That was Treaty Day. The Antarctic Treaty ends up just being a wartime treaty with 3 articles. And then the war continues, the Federation vowing to fight on.
Oh boy.
And that's where we end this session, I think, with Fia's oh boy.
Fuck.
So where are the other 3 mobile suits?
You look to me and it's like, oh, well, if we're an MS company, we'll need a second team, right?
I suppose.
All right, to verify, are we still recording, Gova?
Yes.
Okay, cool. There is actually one last thing I want to do, so that works. I got a little ahead of myself, but that's basically within the hour, you're all called up to a report for promotions and decoration.
Ooh.
Oh. Yes.
Which is how do you all feel about getting your decorations now?
Great. Never been prouder.
There is a grim resolve that has not been seen in Jean since the 1-week battle, which was like a month ago.
2
but,
weeks.
you know. There is a very stark difference to the set and his jaw, because now he's not fighting to just for the Spaceoid independence, not for Dozle, not for anything else. Now he's thinking, how is he gonna come home to Maisie if he's stuck on Earth?
You think it's going to be an invasion of Earth?
Yeah. I mean that's what it has to be now, doesn't it? After all, Luna 2 is a gigantic fortress. If
Alright.
Revel was right, well,
Theo, how does Theo feel about the promotions and decorations?
I mean, certainly still proud to receive it. It's an honor and it's glory won, but with their promotions and their decorations and Isaac's excited phone call, exactly what the near future entails is stirring a bit of anxiety for certain.
All right. Gold, do you have any thoughts that Gold is having as you are taken out to go get your decoration?
He's a little happy, but he mostly thinks that his father will be pretty pleased.
All right. You all arrive back at that reception room. There are hundreds of other Xeon pilots there, but you are all actually filtered in first, as there is a young man out there standing before the crowd with pink hair, well, more purple hair, I suppose. And one of the adjutants just whispers and says, "Present yourselves before Lord Garma."
Oh,
I do so.
And
Yep.
as you approach, the 20-year-old youngest Zabi twists his hair and says, "Ah, there you are, the 5th Autonomous Mobile Suit Team." He then raises his voice. "I have been appointed commander of the Earth Attack Force. These 5," as Sigurd is here at this point,
Mhm.
"are some of the first, but not the last, to be assigned to that force. Lieutenant Junior Grade Isaac Urban, step forward.
I step forward.
You are now Captain Isaac Urban of the Earth Attack Force. You have also been awarded," and he looks through his notes very quickly, kind of looking nervous. "You've been awarded the Loom Campaign Shield, and you have been awarded the Medal of Merit for distinguished service at the Battle of Loom. Serve me well, Captain." Garma offers you his hand.
I take it, sir.
"Ensign Theo Villeneuve, step forward. Fyodor Villeneuve."
Yes, sir. I'll step forward and salute and get all proper.
"You have been awarded the MS Pilot. You are being promoted," he corrects himself,
Hmm.
"to First Lieutenant Theo Villeneuve of the Earth Attack Force. You've been awarded," he looks at his notes again, "the MS Pilot Emblem, the Loom Campaign Shield." And he kind of looks through as if seeing if there's anything else. "And the British Operation Merit Medal."
Oh, thank you, sir.
He offers you his hand.
I shake it, give it the old two hands. Thank you very much, sir. Sort of.
Chief, yeah, of course. Chief Petty Officer Jean Deere.
Jean steps forward like a fucking boulder.
He
and just
blinks.
Salutes.
He
"Sir."
cranks his neck up back to look you up and says, "You are being promoted to Sergeant Major in the Earth Attack Force. You've been awarded the Loom Campaign Shield, the MS Pilot Emblem, and the Xeon Cross, second class." And a cushion is brought over for your destruction of the Magellan class Sydney in battle.
Jean just says, sir, and it's the what's the proper? It's the proper thing of he's kind of he kind of just stands there for a moment uh because the proper thing is to like have to you have to put it around someone's neck when
Yeah.
it's like one of these there's a moment, a beat, and he kind of like bends his knees forward very slightly to lower himself the for our Ernst Weil Garmasabi.
Yeah, and Garma takes the Xeon Cross second class and throws it over your neck. And then finally, George, you are called up.
Sir, any salutes?
Uh, Petty Officer George Gold, you've been promoted to Sergeant in the Earth Attack Force. You've been awarded the MS Pilot Emblem and the Loom Campaign Shield for service in combat.
Thank you, sir.
And then you are all dismissed. You are shuffled along, and as you're shuffled along, Theodore and Isaac, you are both handed a new. I can't actually. You are handed a new cape, each of you, the shoulder cape
Oh.
with your new rank insignias.
Alrighty.
Thank you kindly.
And yeah, so it is what becomes very clear to you as this continues is that the Earth Attack Force is being assembled. It is assumed this will go to Earth. And the young Garmazabi, completely untested in military matters, is being put in charge of the invasion of Earth.
I raise my
Surely.
hand.
Yeah.
What does Sigurd get?
We'll get to that when he's actually around.
Okay.
There's no point going into it if he's not here. But basically, he's going to get the same thing. He's going to get a 1 bump promotion, and he's going to get, in his case, just due to only having 1 victory, he's just getting the Loom Campaign Shield and a promotion.
I didn't even get the pilot emblem. Great.
You were meant to get the pilot emblem, but I accidentally said Medal of Merit, so just assume that you have the MS pilot emblem.
No, actually, I think I prefer to think I've been snubbed specifically.
Oh, that's
Not
actually a good
pilot,
point. Yeah, you
yeah.
were snubbed. There we go.
Of course, they do this to me. I don't know why.
Was
they
it
hate
on
me so much.
purpose? Was it on purpose, or did Garma flub it and just decided to not give it to you to save face?
Yeah, this is he accidentally misread his notes and just ran with it. That's a Garm out of 10.
I wonder what the
Alright.
orphanage is. How that's doing.
You receive your orders, Isaac. A packet is handed over to you.
I look through it. What does it say?
Basically, if you are invading Earth, these orders will kick into effect. You have been attached. The 5th Autonomous Company has been attached to the 2nd Airborne Regiment of the Xeon Earth Attack Force. So you will now be spending the rest of your month, potentially, or however long it takes, training in combined arms operations with the Airborne Infantry.
Perfect.
You will be first wave.
Just where I want to be.
And there, as it zooms out on the crowd of the veterans of the battle, we see a shuttle land at Granada, and off steps a couple of new Xeon pilots, fresh out of the academy, 19 years old, with transfer orders for the 5th Autonomous Company.
Hmm.
And we end there.